Be back in a while, and well, then we can talk about it.
I don't talk to her. And besides, there's no discussion here. This is my apartment. Would I be out in the snow washing the windows of your apartment? No, I did that for my apartment. Would I spend an entire month's salary on brand new carpeting for you? I don't know you. I never saw you before. That's for me. I did it.
Yeah, a whole month's salary?
The owner's out of town for a few days, but his wife said, what'd you let her in for?
Phyllis, I can't take this apartment. She spent a whole month's salary on the new carpeting.
Oh, that's old carpeting. It comes with the apartment.
You lied to me?
You betcha. Okay, girls. You want me to tell you the truth? I'm going to tell you the truth. This is going to be my apartment.
All right, Rhoda. I'm going to tell you why Mary needs this apartment more than you do. Why she's moved here to Minneapolis.
No.
Tell me.
A beautiful romance just blew up in her face.
It did not blow up. I made the decision. I was going with someone for a couple of years, and now I'm telling her.
For 2 years, through his internship and then his residency at the hospital, Bill let her almost support him.
Phyllis, how about if I asked you very nicely to stop this?
For 2 years, he promised her that the minute he started his practice, they would be married.
Phyllis, would you please stop this?
After 2 long years. Tell her what he said, Mary. Go ahead. After 2 long years, he said,
why rush into things?
that's why she's here, Rhoda, to start a new life for herself. That's why she needs this apartment.
Compared to my life, that's a Walt Disney movie. Now, if you girls will kindly clear out, I'm going to get back to washing my windows.
All right, Mary. You can stay downstairs with us tonight. There's an extra bed in Bess's room.
Okay, well, listen, I've got a couple of job interviews to go on, so I'll meet you later.
We'll settle this tomorrow, Rhoda.
It's already settled, Phyllis. You out.
But you think that I'm some kind of a pushover, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, then you're in for a little surprise. Because if you push me, then I just might have to push back. Hard.
Come on, you can't carry that off.
I know. Excuse me, sir. I'm supposed to see Mr. I beg your pardon. I wonder if you could tell me. Excuse me.
Hello.
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 I'm supposed to see a Mr. Grant about a secretarial job.
It's been filled.
If this young lady came to see Mr. Grant, why don't you let Mr. Grant handle it? Right this way, miss.
It's been filled.
Do you have any idea when Mr. Grant will be back?
Hi, Mr. Grant.
You're back.
Look, miss, I was just about to have a drink, and I wouldn't mind some company. Want one?
Oh, no, thank you.
I said I wouldn't mind some company.
Well, all right. I'll have a brandy Alexander.
How about some coffee?
That'll be fine. Has the job been filled?
Yeah,
Oh.
but there is another job.
Oh?
I figured I'd hire a man for it.
Oh.
We can talk about it.
Well, good.
Hey, you live in my favorite neighborhood.
Oh, really?
Huh?
Well, I just moved in. Is it that nice?
Nice. Some of the best saloons in town are over there. How old are you?
30.
No hedging. No, how old do I look?
Why hedge? How old do I look?
30. What religion are you?
Mr. Grant, I don't quite know how to say this, but you're not allowed to ask that when someone's applying for a job. It's against the law.
Want to call a cop?
No.
Good. Would you think I was violating your civil rights if I asked if you're married?
Presbyterian. Well, I decided I'd answer your religion question.
Divorced?
No.
Never married?
No.
Why?
Why?
You type?
Mr. Grant, there's no simple answer to that question.
Yes, there is. How about No, I can't type, or yes, I can.
There's no simple answer to why a person isn't married.
How many different reasons can there be?
65.
Words per minute. My typing question.
Yes.
Look, miss, would you try answering the questions as I ask them?
Yes, Mr. Grant, I will, but it does seem that you've been asking a lot of very personal questions that don't have a thing to do with my qualifications for this job.
You know what? You got spunk.
Well, yes.
I hate spunk. Tell you what, I'll try you out for a couple of weeks, see if it works out.
Oh.
If I don't like you, I'll fire you.
Right, right.
You don't like me? I'll fire you.
Yes, yes. That certainly seems fair. What's the job?
The job is that of associate producer.
Associate?
Something wrong?
No, I like it. Associate producer.
The job pays $10 less a week than the secretarial job.
That'll be fine.
If you can get by on 15 less a week, we'll make you producer.
No, I think all I can afford is associate producer.
You can start tomorrow.
Oh, well, that's just wonderful. So I'll see you tomorrow. Associate producer.
Oh, you're doing a wonderful job, Bess.
Thanks, Mom.
Phyllis, are you in there?
Just a sec.
My key doesn't work.
Oh, I had the lock change to keep dumb awful road out.
Hey, listen. I've got the greatest news. I got a job. I went on this interview for a regular secretary job, and what's the matter?
You haven't even noticed that your furniture arrived.
Oh, great. Hey, how about that? Hi, Bess. Well, listen, I didn't tell you about the job. I got there a little bit late, and, I was kind of nervous and everything. And something's still the matter.
Bess arranged it for you.
Bess, it looks just great. I really like it. Really. Well, the job is at WJMTV in the newsroom. Now, it's not quite as important as the title sounds, but didn't I thank Bess enough?
It's just that I have some rather shattering news for you.
Shattering news?
But it can wait.
Shattering
Tell
news?
me about your new job.
I'm only an associate producer. What's the shattering news?
Oh, well, I got a long-distance call today. And I was on the phone for 45 minutes. And guess what?
Your boyfriend's coming to see you.
That was Mother's news, Bess.
Bill's coming?
I realize you wanted to tell her, too, but that was Mother's news.
Bill is coming? Phyllis!
Yes, Bill's coming. He'll be here tomorrow night. We'll leave you alone now. I know exactly how you feel.
I don't know how I feel.
Well, I do. Come on, Ben.
I really didn't mind arranging the furniture. Mother said it was the least we could do after what you've been through.
Bess, did Mother tell you exactly what I've been through?
Everything.
All right, lady, I'm done. There you go.
What are you doing with your furniture in my apartment?
Rhoda, this is my apartment.
So this is your little trick, changing the lock, huh?
Wait a minute, what's going on here? You told me you lived here.
Who's he?
A locksmith. What do you think? Here. Thank you very much.
Oh,
Goodbye.
no, I'm not going along with this. If this is her place, I just helped you break in.
That's exactly what you just did.
Look, even if you did, it's already done. So what can you do?
Let me see your driver's license.
What?
Well, if anything happens here, I want to know who you are.
I'm not going to show you my driver's license.
Well, in that case, I'm going to memorize your face. Small mole, that's cheap.
Now that you see that I've moved in, would you leave?
Where do you come off looking that good in the morning?
Look, Rhoda, I'm starting a new job today, so...
Where'd you get that 90 from? Tricia Nixon?
So if you don't mind...
I hear your doctor boyfriend's making a little house call tonight. Beth told me. You know, Mary, I hope everything works out for you. I really do.
Well, thanks.
Because if it does, that means you'll move out of here and this'll be mine.
Rhoda!
You know, I left New York City because I couldn't find an apartment. I'm not gonna leave Minneapolis for the same reason.
You know what?
What?
In spite of everything, you're really a pretty hard person to dislike.
I know what you mean. I'm having a hard time hating you, too. We'll both have to work on it.
Somebody get Ted Baxter in here. He's probably in makeup.
I'll do it, Mr. Grant.
He'll do it. When I say somebody, I mean him.
Mr. Grant, I wondered, do you think you could find something for me to do? I'd like to be a little busier.
I'm too busy to keep you busy.
Why'd he hire me? Why?
Maybe he was bombed.
Oh,
No, I mean it.
Hi, fellas.
Here he is, the Marcello Mastroianni of Minneapolis newscasters.
Why, thanks, Merc.
It's not a compliment. He has trouble speaking English, too.
Hi. You haven't met me. I'm Ted Baxter, the anchor man.
I know. And I'm Mary Richards. I'm the new,
Wonderful. I've been telling Lou we needed a new one. Welcome to my 6 o'clock news team.
Thank you.
Baxter, will you knock it off? Come on, let's get to the studio.
Newsroom.
Baxter!
Just a moment, please. Mr. Grant.
Huh?
It's Mrs. Grant. She's calling from the airport.
Oh, yeah, she's going to her sister's for a month. Tell her I'll speak to her when she gets back. Murray, give me that list of words that Baxter mispronounced on last night's show.
Check the top one, Lou.
The top one. Chicago.
Come on, fellas.
And take that makeup bib off.
Last night he wore it halfway through the show.
Newsroom, Miss... Bill? Well, hi. When did you get into town? Yeah, that's right. I'm working here in the newsroom. Associate producer, can you believe that? Oh, yeah, they're keeping me really busy. No, I'm not too busy to talk. Well, how long will you be in town? Well, sure, drop over tonight. It'll be good seeing you, too. Bye, Bill.
You've changed the room around. Personally, I didn't think there was a thing wrong with the way Bess arranged it.
Well, I just, switched a couple of things.
Well, it's your apartment. Until you're married, anyway.
Well, now, look, Phyllis, just because Bill is coming tonight, it doesn't mean we're getting married.
I want to see you married, Mary.
Well, me too.
Because I'm married. And I know how beautiful it can be if you look at it realistically. I mean, realistically. Face the fact that it means a certain amount of sacrificing, of unselfishness, denying your own ego, sublimating, accommodating, surrendering.
Phyllis,
Say it.
you're hurting my hand.
Sorry.
It's all right.
Try and remember what I told you.
I will.
Believe me, I know about marriage.
Coward.
Hi. Nice place.
Well, yeah, it's beginning to shape up, a lot of the furniture still hasn't arrived, and of course, curtains at the window, you know, will help. And I really don't know why you're here, Mr. Grant.
Well, I was in the neighborhood visiting one of my favorite spas. Oh, my wife left today. She's gonna be away for a whole month.
Now I know why you're here. Oh, yes, Miss Associate Producer. He said he'd find something for you to do. Certainly didn't get the job because of your personality.
You know, you got a great caboose.
There it is. You got the job because of your great caboose.
But not as great as my wife's. She's got the greatest caboose ever. She left today. She's gonna be away for a whole month, and I miss her already. I miss her so much. I am going to write her a letter and tell her.
Good.
Where's your typewriter?
Well, I tell you, Mr. Grant, you know, I just moved in, and I'm not really sure where everything is.
Ah, there's a little portable devil.
You know, Mr. Grant, there's a whole slew of typewriters down at the office.
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't you be more comfortable there?
Oh, no. My dearest.
How are you?
I'm fine.
How are you? I'm fine. No, I'm not.
That's my boss, down at the newsroom.
Oh, is there a big news story here?
No, he's, writing to his wife.
I miss you more than
Where did you ever get roses in winter?
roses in winter. That's beautiful.
Oh, you don't want to read that.
Oh? Why, did you have a weak moment and get mushy?
No, it's just that, here, give me...
Too late, it's already out. Get well soon, Uncle Buddy. Love, Gloria and Milton.
I got them from a patient down at the hospital.
Oh?
And it's not as if I stole them. I had to promise Uncle Buddy a free nose job. Hey, you know, I don't know about you, but I don't like being in separate towns.
Hey, I don't know about you.
Say, you know, it's a little difficult to talk with, is it possible to...
All my love, Lou.
All my love, Lou. Hey, I am finished. I think I'll go tie one on.
Well, that's kind of a weird boss you've got there.
Oh, I don't know. I think that's kind of sweet. You know, a man who misses his wife that much.
You just couldn't wait, could you?
Couldn't wait for what?
To bring up marriage.
Well, I waited 2 years, Bill. That's not exactly couldn't wait. You know, that's waiting. That's really waiting.
Okay. You're right, and I'm wrong. All right, now there's no need to talk about it anymore. That's not why I'm here.
Oh? Why are you here?
Well, I haven't seen you in a month or so, and, Oh, no. Oh, you didn't think that the only reason that I was here was to... No, I'm here because I love you.
How come I never noticed that before?
Wait, that I love you?
That you don't say that very well. Something kind of catches in there, and it doesn't come out too well.
Well, maybe you can give me some lessons then, huh?
Now, you see, that you say very well.
Hey, come on, Mary. Look, we got the whole night ahead of us, and we're getting all hung up on words. Why don't you get us out of this? Huh? You say everything so well.
No, I don't. I say a lousy goodbye.
Hi. You got a stamp?
Mary, did you just say goodbye?
Uh-huh.
That's what I thought you said. Yeah, well, I'll see you. Take care of yourself.
I think I just did.
Bye. This is a Christmas seal.
Is that a stamp?
Yes, it is. Thank you. That guy, you didn't lose much.
But he sure did. He missed out on a best wife. Boy, it's funny how you can see things differently in just a couple of weeks. You know, I could have married him. Can you imagine what that life would have been like? Boy, every time I'd get a basket of flowers, I'd wonder if he stole them from Uncle Buddy's sickbed.
Listen, if I were you, I'd find out what Uncle Buddy was sick with.
You know, I'm really lucky. I am so lucky.
You feel good now, huh?
Yeah. No, I feel rotten. But lucky.
Look, about the job, I'll find plenty for you to do tomorrow at the station.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Grant.
If I show up. Hi!
Hi. If that's Bill, you didn't lose much.
Isn't that funny? That's what everyone says.
It didn't work out, huh?
Did Bess tell you?
No, I figured it out for myself. I got this tremendous sensitivity. And you've got this heating duct that goes all the way up to my apartment.
Missed the point. If it's not doing too hot now, that would make it not doing too hot stretched out.
Hey, look. Why don't we all write out on slips of paper what we feel the main drawback of the show is, and then have them read anonymously?
Why anonymously?
So that Ted's feelings won't be hurt.
Ted Baxter?
Yo.
Got some mail for you here. Fan mail, I guess.
Fan mail for a newscaster? Oh, that crazy, kooky American public. Fan mail. Only in America.
Here you go.
That's it?
Yes, sir. Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am?
Ma'am. Oh, you mean me?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am. This kid. Well, no, he wasn't even a kid. He must have been 21 or 22 years old. He comes over to me, and he calls me ma'am. Ma'am.
Your first time?
Yeah. Not only that, I found out that our rating service has declared me officially over the hill.
That's nothing. When I turned 21 and still wasn't married, my mother officially declared me an old maid. I think she had it notarized.
Hey, wait a minute, Rhoda, let's stop this. You know, if there's one thing that's worse than being single, it's sitting around talking about being single. So let's change the subject to something a little more pleasant, huh? Like pollution?
This is important, Mayor. There are many single women who've lived perfectly fulfilled lives.
Who?
I'm getting a pencil and a piece of paper and make a list.
No, Rhoda, I am not about to sit around and make lists of single women.
We're not. We're going to make lists of single men to go out with.
We go out all the time.
Yeah, but when was the last time you went out with someone really terrific?
Well?
Last time for me was when my father took me to a ball game.
No, I don't think so.
When I first met him, oh, this sounds ridiculous. Oh, I know you're going to think I'm insane. When I first met Lars, I used to think he was boring.
been married 10 or 11 years.
Hey, come on now, let's think. What man in your life, it could have been a long time ago or someone you just met, do you wish you knew better?
Well, there was this professional dancer.
Not you, silly. Mary, come on, there must have been somebody. Anyone recently?
No?
Well, think back then.
No?
Yes, there was. Remember, Mary, Howard Arnell?
Howard Arnell. Oh, Phyllis, how did you even come up with that name?
Well, Lars ran into him a little while ago. He's still single. He still asks about you. Oh, he was wild about Mary.
Well, then that settles it. Now all we need is someone for me.
What do you mean that settles it?
Well, I have an idea for someone, but nah, it's too crazy. Then again, maybe it isn't.
Do you remember how wild he was about you?
Listen, Rhoda, nothing is settled. Come on, Phyllis, it was 4 years ago. I hardly remember him.
He was wild about her.
Listen, Mary, if you call yours, I'll call mine. And my whole thing is crazy.
All right. What's yours?
Mine is this guy I ran over. He had a cleft chin. Oh, he was adorable.
This guy you ran over?
Yeah, it was a couple of days ago. But he wasn't hurt. His arm was just a little grazed. Although his briefcase was totaled. We got to talking and exchanged phone numbers. Here it is. Armand Linton. So what do you think?
You don't know this man outside of hitting him with your car?
No, and I know you're going to think I'm kidding, but you can really get close to someone fast when you hit him with a car.
You can't just get to know someone over coffee, can you?
You're not going to believe this, Phyllis, but when I first hit him, I thought he was boring. So, Mary, what do you think? Look, we're not doing a thing tomorrow night. Let's call Howard and Armand.
What do I think? You want to call up a man you hit with your car, and I'm supposed to call up someone I hardly remember? There's not much to think about. I'm not going to do it.
Oh, good. Bess is having her first pajama party tomorrow night, and you can come down and help. We're having 19 of her little friends over. You can even come early and help blow up the air mattresses.
Well, actually, Phyllis, I didn't say that I was definitely not going to call Howard, but, you know, if I don't, then I'd be glad to come and help you blow up the 18 air mattresses.
19.
Yeah.
Oh, and I won't be there. My mother's going to take care of the kids. Lars and I, we're going to spend the night in a hotel.
Right here. Right here. Howard Arnell. Now, come on, Mary. We both said we have nothing to do tomorrow night.
Oh, Rhoda.
19 little friends.
Oh.
19 air mattresses.
All right. We'll make it for drinks, not dinner, okay?
Good.
It'll be a little easier that way. What'll I tell him, 8:30?
Perfect.
Hello, Howard? Well, you'll never guess who this is. Well, that's uncanny. I mean, it's been 4 years. Oh, is that right? 4 years, 3 months, and 2 weeks. Yeah, you're right, Howard. There is a lot to talk about. Actually, that's why I'm calling. I'm going to have a little gathering at my house tomorrow night about 8:30, and I wondered if you could come. Oh, good. The address is 119 North Weatherly. Right. So, I'll see you then. What? Well, oh, Howard, it's sweet of you to offer, but, no, I have enough chairs. No, glasses aren't any problem either. So. Well, listen, Howard, I've got to get off the phone. I have something in the stove. What? Oh, Howard, that's sweet of you to offer. At your place? No, it's no problem. Howard, listen, I've got to go. My bath water is running over, so well, thank you, Howard. Coming in just a minute. Howard, listen, I must go, so I'll see you tomorrow night. Right, goodbye. Oh, I remember why I broke off with Howard.
Go on.
Too much loving, too much understanding, too much giving, too much. It's impossible to hold a normal conversation with him. Maybe I can call him back and tell him I'm sick.
If it weren't for the fact that I have the phone in my hands and I'm already dialing Armand's number, I'd say of course, sure. But under the circumstances, call off a cleft chin. Hello, Armand? Armand, this is Rhoda Morgenstern. Yeah, you remember me. We met when you were under my car. Oh, yes, right. That's me. Listen, I thought I'd give you a buzz and see how you and your arm are getting along. Yeah. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. Listen, Armand, while I have you on the phone, tomorrow night a friend of mine is having some people over, and I wondered if you'd care to drop by, just so I can take a look at the patient. Oh, great. Oh, I'm so glad. Oh, it's 119 North Weatherly. Right. What? Oh, of course. Lovely. Yes. See you then, Armand. Bye. Am I smiling, Mary?
Yeah?
Was I smiling when I talked to him?
Well, sure.
Good. Because if I'm smiling now, that means I can smile anytime. I can even smile tomorrow night when you and I have our little fivesome.
Our little fivesome?
That's right. Armand is bringing his wife. Mary, are you sure this looks okay? I feel so fat.
Yeah, it looks fine. You think this munchy stuff is enough? Everybody will have eaten dinner.
Oh, that's just right. How can you gorge yourself like that and stay so skinny? I'm going crazy with hunger.
Well, eat something.
I can't. I gotta lose 10 pounds by 8:30. This dress is all wrong, Mayor. I wonder if I should have worn my pantsuit. Maybe I should call my date, see what his wife's wearing.
You really had no idea, no hint at all that he was married?
No idea at all. But I'll tell you, I was thinking about it this morning, and I don't feel strange in the least about going out with the divorced person.
What do you mean divorced? He's married.
Now he's married.
And suppose now he's happily married?
You know, sometimes you're very depressing.
Boy, I wish they'd get here. No, I don't. I just wish it were over.
Well, you're nervous over nothing, Mayor. And I don't see what your big gripe is about Howard. I mean, so he likes you.
No, Rhoda, he doesn't like me. He likes me. All that love just rushing at you.
That, as my grandmother used to say, should be the worst thing that should happen to you. Oh, get that stuff away from me. I'm fainting from hunger.
Rhoda, it isn't going to kill you to eat something.
Break my diet the day I see Armand? Not a chance.
Geronimo. Hello, I'm Mary Richards.
Good evening. I'm Armand Linton, and this is my wife, Mrs. Armand Linton. Thank you very much.
Oh, just call me Nancy. He loves to call me Mrs. Armand Linton. We've only been married for 3 weeks.
And that's how Rhonda and I met.
Rhoda.
Oh, excuse me, Rhoda.
Armand and I think it's just wonderful of you to have us over. I mean, considering how you met. I mean, I think it's just super that we should all be good friends.
Isn't it? When I ran over Armand, I never dreamt I'd find myself a new girlfriend, Nan.
Gotcha! Oh!
Howard?
Yeah, I just had to get that on film after all these years. Oh, man. Oh, Mary.
Oh, Howard.
I can't believe it. Mary Richards!
Yes. It's so good to see you, Howard. Well, would you like to come in?
Just try to stop me. Must be kidding. After all these years, do I want to come in? Boy, oh boy, is she wonderful.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm another person in the room. Rhoda Morgenstern.
Oh, how would I know? How do you do?
And this is my date, Mr. and Mrs. Armand Linton.
Excuse me, I strained my arm.
Can I get you a drink?
Oh, sure, Mary. The usual.
The usual?
Yeah. Scotch and...
Scotch and soda.
Yeah, I knew you'd remember. Oh, Mary, I just can't get over how you look. Terrific. A1 terrific. Isn't that little gal there the most gorgeous thing on the earth? Isn't she?
Oh, I'm supposed to answer that. Oh, yeah, sure. She certainly is,
A1 terrific.
Howard, that's very nice of you to say, but really.
Oh, no. Come on. Who's more gorgeous than you?
Oh, Howard.
No. Name one person.
Lots of people.
Who?
Well, there's...
her.
Well, after all, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? I mean, Mary is great looking and Nancy's gorgeous.
Rhoda's nice looking, too.
Yeah.
Faye, guess how long it's been since Mary and I saw each other? No, come on, just take a pot shot.
Howard, they're not interested in guessing how long it's been.
Oh, well, all right. I'll tell you. The last time I saw Mary was the 4th of July, 1966.
Oh, and you remember it because it was Independence Day.
No, because it's the last time I saw Mary.
I think I'll just go see if there are some more bacon curls.
Not too many.
Me either. I don't want to spoil my dinner.
Look at that woman. Boy, are we in for a treat. You are looking at the greatest little gourmet cook in the Western Hemisphere.
Rhoda, could I see you in the kitchen for just a moment?
Excuse me, Armand.
Certainly.
And Nan. Oh, and Howard.
Rhoda, I thought 8:30 so obviously meant after dinner.
Maybe you could whip up something quick.
Whip up something quick. Right. Yes, I can whip up a carrot. I can whip up a baked potato. Nothing.
The only thing I have in my refrigerator is a light bulb.
Well, I'm just gonna have to go out there and tell him. What else can I do?
So I don't know what should be cooking. Either a chicken in a pineapple shell or duckling with wine sauce.
Listen, everybody, on the subject of the duck in the wine sauce, there's been a kind of an interesting situation, and the situation is that you thought that this was for dinner, and of all things, it's not.
Oh, you're saying this isn't for dinner?
Well, no, I'm not saying that. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Well, it really doesn't matter. I mean, it really doesn't matter because...
Well, because we've eaten. We had a late lunch before we came here. Seriously.
Yeah, seriously, we did, right before. And also, I had a very big breakfast.
We're stuffed.
Well, if you're sure.
Oh, yeah, really. Say, this is such a nice apartment. Don't you think this is a nice apartment, Nancy?
Oh, I certainly do.
It's really pleasant. Incidentally, are there any more of those,
Bacon curls?
Yeah.
No. How about a carrot?
Thank you.
You know, Mare, I just can't get over how you look. I mean, you are really something, Mare. Most gals, you know, look their best when they're in their 20s, but this little gal here, I'm telling you, Mary, the older you get, the sexier you look.
Howard.
Hey, I've got an idea for posterity.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Pictures. Who knows when Nance and I'll see each other again.
Howard, you really want to do that now?
Oh no, we can wait till after dinner. And oh, isn't that funny? Why do I think we're gonna have dinner?
Hey, I've got a good idea, Howard. Well, why don't you take some pictures of us all?
Oh, okay. Oh, come here. Help me out here, Armand. I'm dying to get a couple of Mare and I together, you know?
Well, I'm not sure I know about this kind of camera.
What's to know? You just push the button there.
Well, okay. Oh, God. I'm terribly sorry. It's really all my fault.
No, it's all right.
I don't know how to apologize.
No, listen, it's all right. It's just the pictures I took of the total eclipse of the sun.
Mary, I think we'd better be going.
We both want to thank you for a lovely evening, and the bacon curls were delicious.
I'll get your coats.
Well, I have to get up early in the morning anyway. I'm playing golf.
It's snowing.
Oh, well, I'm not that good. Good night. We enjoyed it.
Have to do it again.
Yeah, assuredly.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Mary.
Good night.
Delightful.
Good night.
The next total eclipse in Minneapolis is in 2099.
No kidding.
Yeah. Well, of course, there's a partial in 1979. That's only 9 years.
Excuse me, please. I'm going into the kitchen, and I'm not coming out until I find something edible.
Mary, you're not tired or anything.
Well, I am a little. It's been a kind of a long evening.
Yes, and I know what you've been thinking all evening, too.
Oh, no, I haven't.
Yes, you have. You've been thinking what I've been thinking. How great we are together. That's it, isn't it?
Well, no, not exactly.
Well, no, not exactly, no. I mean, what, do you want me to say what exactly is? Well, I mean, you want me to say the words? I'll say the words. Marriage. There, I said the words. Look, I'm not surprised at this, Mary. You're a woman. You have a right to expect something to come of this.
No, Howard, I don't think I have that right.
Yes, you do. Oh, Mary, you're so great. You're so great, you'll probably understand this. Mary, I can't marry you.
You can't? Well, Howard, I understand. I really do.
See, I gotta have my freedom. I gotta. See, the way things are now, Mary, I'm free just to pick up and go whenever I please, wherever I please. I mean, the sky's the limit. I get the desire to jet up to Duluth. One phone call. That's it. I get the urge maybe to spend a weekend in St. Paul. That's done. See, I can't be tied down. You do understand, don't you?
Oh, Howard, I really do. I understand.
No, I don't think you do understand.
Yes, I do. See, I'd just be hurt, and you're saving me from all that hurt. I mean, wow, I never knew anyone who saved me from so much hurt.
I better go. Even the sound of your voice makes me crazy. If you say one more word, you'll make me change my mind. Where's my coat? Mary Richards. Little Mary Richards. Say, Mary, you know something? I'd like to have something of yours, you know, to remember tonight. Oh, no, come on, that's too nice. Here, let me pay you for it.
Oh, no, Howard, really, it's broken. I mean, it needs flint and it leaks fluid.
Come on, tell me, insist. 10, 20, 28.
Howard, please, just take it.
Thanks, Mary. Mary, no goodbyes, huh?
Right.
Goodbye, Mary.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
He leave? Yeah, he left. He wants me to forget him. See, he's got to be free.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, and then he took my lighter and he walked out of my life forever. Rhoda, never again.
Right. Tonight I took a vow, and I'm going to keep it.
What's that?
Next time I'm asked out, no matter how lonely I feel, I'm not going to say yes unless it's a couple I really like.
a way for people to meet people, like all those clubs are.
Well, what's this thing about meeting like it's some big, mysterious thing? It's the easiest thing in the world. Take Marie and me.
How'd you two meet?
She saved my life. Oh, it was no big deal. I was skydiving once. My chute didn't open, hers did. She made a terrific catch.
Mary, I need your advice about something.
Yeah, sure, Ted.
Not that it's important, but do you think it sounds too risque for an anchor man to say he sleeps in the raw?
Snap. Huh. Hey, Mayor, listen. Was that your idea to do that divorce club thing on tonight's news?
No.
Oh. Well, you know, I was thinking about it and,
Jog.
Yeah. You know something? We ought to join.
Join a club for divorced people?
Sure, why not?
Why not?
Yeah, give you one good reason.
Give you one good reason?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. But, Rhoda, you should already be aware of this good reason. We're not divorced.
A technicality.
So we say we You mean you actually want to lie about being divorced? You should forward.
Mary, you talk about it like I'm asking you to deny your birthright. Like being single's part of your heritage or something. I mean, it's a drag saying you're 30 and single all the time. You know it is.
I know.
Good, we're done. Oh, and then, Mary, that ever-popular question. How come a girl like you isn't married?
How come you're still single?
Right.
You know, sometimes, Rhoda, I think that I could discover the secret of immortality, and people would still say, look at that single girl, discovering the secret of immortality.
That is exactly what I'm talking about, Mayor. Imagine the relief of not having to go through that for once. You meet someone. You don't have to explain why you're not married. You're divorced.
You know something, Rhoda? It really is all very,
Right.
But mostly it's crazy.
Mary, please look at it from my point of view. I mean, dressing dummies in a department store window is not the best way to get into the social swim. Let's face it, unless someone comes up and kisses the glass, I've had it.
Rhoda, I am not joining a club for divorced people, so you might just as well change the subject.
Okay. My new subject is Paris, France. You know that trip to Paris you've never been able to afford? There's this club, see, Mayor. If you join and are a member for 6 months, you can get a charter flight for just $300.
$300?
That's right.
What's the club?
The Divorced People's Club. Aha, that stopped you, didn't it? And on top of that, Mary, you speak fluent French.
Spanish.
They speak anything in Paris. The Left Bank, Gene Kelly, April in Paris, Chestnuts in Blossom.
Okay, Rhoda, okay, I'll do it, but you gotta promise me we're just gonna walk in, get our membership cards, and leave, right?
Promise. Right.
Okay.
I'm gonna change, shower, I'll be down and meet you here for what, half an hour?
Okay. Hey, Rhoda, do you know what I'm doing? I am changing my clothes at 8 o'clock at night so that I can go to a club where I'm gonna lie about being divorced so that I can, perhaps in a few months' time, end up in Paris speaking Spanish.
You too? You're the 10th person who's told me that today.
Hey, are you new here?
Yes.
Are you interested in buying a house?
No, I don't think so.
Right. Nice to meet you.
It's starting. It's starting already. I hear these little voices that are saying, get out while you can.
Is that what yours say? My voices usually tell me to go save France. Relax.
Oh, hi. Well,
You know how I get. Tell me, did you have such beautiful teeth even before your marriage went on the rocks?
I beg your pardon?
So often after a divorce, a woman suddenly decides to spruce herself up, you know, and naturally the first thing she thinks about is her teeth and gums.
Well, I can say as an objective bystander that Mrs. Richards' teeth were as beautiful the day she married Stefano as they are today. Look, about those applications, could Mary and I just take them and fill them out ourselves?
Oh, certainly, if it makes it easier, Mrs.
Miss Morgenstern. Rhoda Morgenstern.
Miss Morgenstern?
He thought it was in the best interest of the space program that I retain my maiden name.
The program you were married to an astronaut. Which one?
Oh, please, I'd rather not say any more. You know how it is. Word gets out, people start hitting you up for moon rocks.
Rhoda, didn't you want to inquire about the, what was it, charter flights
Of
to
course.
Paris?
Oh, yes, we're going to jot down the names of those interested after the meeting. But meantime, why don't you just wander around, introduce yourself to some of the other divorce heads?
Unbelievable, T.
I knew this was going to happen, Rhoda. You know, we're going to be here all night.
Oh, come on, it's okay, Mayor. Just a few hours. Now, just act natural and try to look divorced.
Hi. Hi, my name is Frances Franklin, but everybody calls me Sparky. I don't know why. I guess it's because all my friends say I sparkle and bubble. They say ever since I'm divorced, I'm like another person, all sparkling. That's why they call me Sparky. Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
Listen, do you know who the guy in the Argyles is, hmm?
No, we're new here, so,
Hi, you're new here. My name's Roy. This is my buddy Hal. How are you?
Roy, Hal, I'm Mary.
Mary.
This is Rhoda.
Rhoda.
And Sparky.
Okay.
Oh, no, my real name is Frances Franklin, but all my friends call me Sparky. I don't know why. I guess it's because I just sparkle and bubble all the time.
Listen, I want to warn you about this place. I mean, it's filled with losers. It's up to here with losers that you wouldn't believe. You know what I mean?
Nothing but losers.
Well,
right?
listen, but if you really want me to steer you clear from the losers, just call on me because I can do it for you. My name is Roy.
Roy. R-O-Y.
That's it. I'll talk to you later. Sparky.
So long, Roy. He's such a loser. Look, I wanted to talk to you anyway. You know, you're the spitting image of my ex-wife.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Except she wore her hair up.
And how long have you been a member of this so-called social club, may I ask, huh?
Well, you know. Yeah, if you had it on top of your head, you look exactly like her. Just exactly. Yeah.
Well, excuse me.
What?
I said, excuse me, I seem to be interrupting something.
Oh, no. Not a bit. Yeah, let's try it, shall we? Let's just put it up. You see now, that looks terrible. So did she.
Yes.
Hey, you want to buy a... Yeah, you know, good, I asked you.
Now,
What'd you say your name was?
Mary.
Want to split?
No, thank you.
Well, what'd you come here for if you don't want to leave?
I came here for the meeting.
Oh, the meeting. Yeah, well, what about, what's her name? Hey, you want to split the...
No, I'm already splitting with Roy. We're going to take flashlights and go out hunting for losers.
Well, if you change your mind, you know where I'll be. Remember the name here, too, right? Hal? You know, you might want a tall one. You never know.
Leaving, going away, saying bye-bye to the creepies. Mary, no more. Wait, give it a chance.
Mrs. Richards, you're not leaving now, are you? The
well-
meeting's just about to start.
There, you see, Mary, we can't go yet.
That's Freddie.
Freddie?
Yeah, my younger brother. Nice-looking boy, isn't he? Not one filling.
What? Dr. Udall, can you tell me when we'll be getting to the charter flights?
Oh, well, we probably won't be getting to that till next time.
Why?
Oh, well, tonight's the night when we each stand up and in intimate detail tell all about what led to our divorces.
I don't think that I can do that.
Why not?
Well, because...
Because the details were sort of embarrassing.
Yes, humiliating.
Sordid, even.
Oh, really? Well, then, you can go first.
Look, he said we could sign up for the charter flight next week.
That is not what I'm upset about, and you know it, Rhoda.
The story of how you got divorced? I think you did that terrific.
It isn't that either.
Well, now, just relax. We'll sit down and talk, huh?
Hello? Oh, hi, Phyllis. I was at my new club. My new social club. We in the club call it the Better Luck Next Time Club because it's for divorced people.
You don't have to go into that with her.
No, I'm not kidding. How did you guess? She said it was Rhoda's idea. Yeah, it was Rhoda's dumb idea. Yeah, you're right, Phyllis. It makes perfect sense not to go back. There's only one thing. Due to the efforts of a dental admirer of mine.
Think of something.
I am the new vice president.
Mrs. Richards, right in there, please.
Oh.
Hello, Doctor.
Oh, Mrs. Richards, you just sit right down here.
Well,
Oh, I have been looking forward to this ever since you called. Did the nurse take your x-rays yet?
Yes, she did, even though I kept telling her I didn't want to see you professionally.
Oh, you don't mean you're going to call the examination off? I canceled 3 appointments to get you in.
Well, no, of course I want an examination, too.
Oh, goodness, you gave me quite a start there, I'm telling you. I mean, to have that mouth in this chair and not to get at it. Okay. All right. When was the last time you had your teeth examined?
Thursday. Well, they say you should always get a second opinion.
Mrs. Richards, you are 1 in a million. You're a dentist's dream. You know, may I?
Oh, please.
You know, not enough people really care about their teeth, or for that matter, their gums. See, professionally speaking, I'm a gum man myself. Do you, by any chance, keep up with gums?
Well, not any more than I've needed just to get along.
Yeah, well, you might have heard lately that teeth themselves are nowhere. I mean, teeth are still teeth, God bless them, but people are finally realizing that gums are where it's at.
I have to tell you something.
Oh, well, you don't have to feel self-conscious with me. After all, I am a dentist.
Well, it's just that it's so embarrassing.
Embarrassing? You don't know how much you trust me already.
I do?
Oh, why, of course. How many strangers do you know who you'd let put their fingers in your mouth? Yeah?
Dr. Udall, I am not divorced.
Oh, well, you haven't got your final degree yet.
I haven't even gotten married yet. I'm single. I know it sounds terrible, but... Well, you had these charter flights to Europe, and I know I shouldn't have.
All right, lean back. Let's get on with the examination, please.
Dr. Udall, did you hear what I said?
You said nothing. This conversation never took place. Mouth, please. Miss Richards. Is that right? Your last name is Richards?
I had that coming. I know it.
Yeah. You bit my probe. Open. Miss Richards, are you aware of what it's like to place some unknown person's name, nominate them against a club favorite, the incumbent?
I had that coming, too. I did.
And you know... You're biting it again.
I'm sorry.
And you know who that incumbent was, Miss Richards?
Yes, I do.
My younger brother, Freddie. I nominated you, and you beat out my kid brother, Freddie. You know how close I am to Freddie?
Pretty close.
Yes, until I nominated you. And you have the nerve to sit there and tell me you are single. All right, this examination is over. However, unless you wish to humiliate me completely, you'll be at that meeting next Wednesday. Is that clear?
Yes, sir, yes. There's only one thing, of
What?
course. How am I going to get married and divorced by next Wednesday?
Hurry.
Hey, Mary, I've been circulating. I got bad news. You know those 2 guys we met here last week, Roy and Hal?
Yeah?
They're the cream of the crop.
Oh, Rhoda! Do you realize that in 5 minutes I have to stand up on this stage and face those people there and tell them the truth? I mean, I don't know how I'm going to put it.
You take it easy, kid. Really, I know how you feel. You can't imagine what you'll say. But it seems impossible that it'll turn out right.
And then something just kind of pops into your head?
No, you usually just stand up there and bomb.
Oh, Rhoda!
Jesus, the divorces are coming.
So anyway, in this dream, well, it was really kind of peculiar, but I dreamt I was with somebody who looks exactly like you.
Yeah. How does it feel to be elected vice president?
Well, it feels like I'd like a recount.
Anyway, in this dream, this person that looked exactly like you was so wonderful, and we were having such a really great time.
No kidding.
Yeah, that I asked him to come home with me.
What?
Oh, in my dream, you know, I asked him to come home with me. Kooky, huh?
Kooky, you want to split? You and I get a little six-pack and, huh?
Okay, let's go sit down and I'll tell you about the rest of my kooky dream.
Yeah, tell me all of it. Yeah.
Uh-oh, bad news.
Hello, Miss No Name.
Hello, Dr. Udall.
That's my brother, Freddie, the ex-incumbent. I'd just as soon you didn't meet.
Dr. Udall, I really feel just terrible about all this.
Yes. By the by, I got you off the hook. All you have to do is confirm my story by announcing to the others, the divorced others, that you've reconciled with your husband.
Gee, Mary, that's great. Here's hoping you and Stefano make it this time.
Oh, incidentally, you're not paid for yet X-rays came back today. You have a cavity. And I'm not going to tell you where.
Now, you don't have to tell the truth.
That's terrific. Yeah, it's terrific. All I have to do is just get up there and lie again. A little more practice, I might get very good at it.
Mary, we'll start the meeting now. Yep. Come on. Now, in a little while, I'll have news about our Tuesday night, where it's at excursion to the hippie quarter. But first of all, we'd like to have a word from our brand new Vice President, Mary Richards. Mary.
Please, I guess that I'll just make it short and sweet. As you may have heard, I am reconciling with my husband, so it turns out that I can't be your vice president any longer. So, but you've all been just lovely, and I want to thank you. So, thank you.
Hey, didn't she just get elected last week?
Yeah.
Hey, didn't you just get elected last week?
Yes, I was.
Listen, I think that's lousy. Very lousy. You're planning a reconciliation, and we all get together and elect you vice president.
Order there, order.
I didn't plan the reconciliation. It just happened.
Oh, what a order.
No, wait, everybody, wait. Listen, we all know how often these reconciliations work out. Hardly ever. So I say, let's let her stay vice president until she sees what happens.
Order.
That makes sense to me. I think we should all get together, have a little vote, right? I mean, it's a
order. No, order.
No vote. No, because it's a lie. It is, you know, it's a lie. I am not divorced. I was not even ever married. I'm single. It's just that, well, you had these inexpensive trips to Europe, and it didn't seem so bad at the time, lying, you know, to a club, but it turned out that I was lying to people, and I'm sorry, and I just wish that someone would say something.
I think that's a lousy thing you did. Yeah, I do, and I did it too. Yeah, I lied. It's true, folks. The fact is, my divorce is not yet final. Yes, the Space Center is holding it up, so I'm not eligible either. So if you cast a stone at this poor unfortunate, cast one at me too, Miss Rhoda Morgenstern.
Okay. Roy Bickerson, age 33. Single. Now, I don't know why I did it. Well, I couldn't help myself. I mean, the young Republicans, the young Democrats, they were such losers.
I lied, too. But then that's the kind of crazy cookie person I am.
Richie Rader. I'm not married. I've never even went steady. Anybody want to start a new club?
Boy, you sure know how to clear a room.
The only ones who were really divorced were Mrs. Norris, Dr. Udall, and his brother.
You can't blame the man for hating you. You shot his whole club out from under him.
Hi.
Hi. What happened to your date with Hal?
We never got out of the parking lot. We had an argument over whose car to take. His was a camper. What are you girls doing tonight? I feel like doing something really crazy and kooky, huh?
Well, I'm sorry, but I don't feel up to kooky.
Or crazy.
Oh. You know, I had another dream last night. It was all about teeth. It was a beautiful day, and I was surrounded by all these dazzling teeth, and there were soft dental floss clouds in the sky. Hello, Dr. Udall.
Would you care to go next door for some punch?
Oh! Did they have punch?
No.
Sure? Yeah, people sit down in here all the time. Practically every time somebody comes in that door, they sit down.
Rhoda was right. You got a cute personality.
So,
well, don't let me keep you from doing what you were doing.
Oh, no, I wasn't doing anything. I'll do it later.
Well, I mean, I don't want to inconvenience you. Look, go back to what you were doing.
No,
It's okay.
please, sit down, all right. I'll go back to what I was doing. It's something that you do to furniture.
Uh-huh.
No, really, I'll show you.
Well, it's nice you have a hobby that makes you happy.
Hello?
Mary, this is Rhoda. And don't say hello, Rhoda.
Okay, hi, and why?
I want to ask you a question, but I don't want you to answer with a yes or no.
Why?
Because a lot of yeses and nos would seem suspicious if there's someone there with you. There's someone there with you, isn't there?
Yes.
I told you not to say yes.
Well, how else am I
I've got a code all worked out. Now, listen, if the answer is yes, say a word beginning with the letter A. If the answer is no, say a word beginning with the letter B, all right? Is my mother there?
Apples.
I thought so. Does she know I'm home upstairs here? You're...
Bagel.
Could you make some excuse and then come upstairs here real quick, huh?
Well, I really, I don't, abracadabra.
Good. I'll see you in a minute then.
Okay, Rhoda.
Did my mother just look up when you said, okay, Rhoda?
Alabama. Rhoda,
You just come barging into a person's room without knocking on the beads.
Rhoda, why don't you want to see your mother?
Because I looked out my window and saw her carrying that down the street.
She asked me to give it to you.
I don't want it, Mary.
Your mother comes all the way from New York to bring you a present, and you
don't want it. Right. Mary, I send her $50 a month in New York. You know what she does with it? Buys me gifts. And then she brings them to me. I gotta make her stop doing that kind of stuff, Mare.
Rhoda, she probably brings you the presents because she loves you.
I love her, too. But she makes me crazy.
How?
Read the card on that gift. I guarantee you it'll be something that makes me crazy.
No one in the world will ever love you as much as I do. That's lovely.
To the naked eye, it's lovely. But think about it, Mary. I'm 30 years old, right? And single. No matter where I go, or who I meet, or how long I may live, no one will ever love me as much as she does. That's not a card. That's a curse.
How about your father? Does he make you crazy, too?
No. I was 5 years old before I knew my father could talk. You know the first thing he said? Listen to your mother. Now do you understand, dear?
No, Rhoda, I'm sorry, I don't. I mean, your mother is down there, and you're up here, and you say you love her, but that
Mary, you're talking about Midwestern love. I'm talking about Bronx love. There's a certain amount of guilt that goes with that. My mother wants the people she loves to feel guilty. Like with her pills.
Her pills?
Right, pills. My mother hasn't been taking her pills for as long as I can remember.
What hasn't she been taking them for?
I've never been sure. For all I know, they're an aphrodisiac. No more, Mary, really. If she needs those pills, she'll take them herself.
You're really not going to see your mother?
No.
Okay, Rhoda.
Mary, ask her if she's been taking her pills. Huh?
We're just having a little snack.
Oh, gee, I wish you had let me fix you something to have for dinner.
Oh, no, I never eat. I just nibble.
Well, if you're still hungry, there's half a chicken in the refrigerator.
Not anymore. That's what I nibble.
Mrs. Morgenstern, you take the bed. I just changed the sheets this morning.
Oh, where are you going to sleep?
Right here. Just push the two chairs together. Makes a pretty good bed.
Oh, no, no, no. I can't let you do that.
Yes,
no.
I'll be perfectly comfortable.
No,
really.
I'm putting you out. I'm going to spend the night in a motel. Do you think they'll let me in without a car?
Mrs. Morgenstern, you're not putting me out.
I found a motel down by the bus station for only $5 a night.
But, Mrs. Morgenstern...
Oh, I only hope it's clean.
But, Mrs. Morgenstern, if it'll make me stay, you can sleep on the chair.
All right. I'll stay.
Good. What are you doing?
Well, that's what it cost me in that flea bag, so I'm certainly going to pay you.
No, Mrs. Morgenstern, I could take your money.
Oh, come on. Don't be silly.
No, what? For sleeping on my chairs?
I want you to have the money.
No, Mrs. Morgenstern, I couldn't take it.
Well, okay, have it your way. Enough.
Good night, Mrs. Morgenstern.
Night.
Sleep well.
You too. Oh, this is going to kill my back.
Mrs. Morgenstern, would you like another cup of coffee before I leave for the office? Mrs. Morgenstern? Hello? Come in.
Oh, thanks. I'd love some. Where's Ida?
Ida? I'm sure if she's supposed to, she's taking them. Goodbye, Rhoda. Oh, Mrs. Morgenstern, where have you been?
Out shopping. Hello, Phyllis.
Hi, Ida.
You were out in the snow wearing just that?
Well, I thought if I went rummaging in the closet looking for my coat, I might disturb some of your lovely things. Let me get out of your way.
I still can't understand what it is about Ida that upsets you so.
You still can't, Well, okay, Phyllis, there are things like that.
Like what?
She's washing the dishes.
What's wrong with that?
I already washed the dishes.
Oh, Mary, it's just her way of showing how much she appreciates what you're doing. Like that gift she got you. Why don't you open it?
I'm afraid to.
Oh, Mary.
Okay, all right, fine, Phyllis, okay. I'm going to open the present. But you'll see, the minute I open this, I'm going to be in so much trouble.
Now, don't you feel a little ridiculous?
I feel a lot ridiculous.
Well, I'm glad I could help you, Mary. Bye, Ida.
I'm just... Mrs. Morgenstern, I really like the scarves.
Oh, you really like them?
Oh, yes, I love them.
Well, it's nice of you to say that anyway.
No, I'm not just saying that, Mrs. Morgenstern. I really love these scarves.
Well...
No, really, look, I'm going to wear one. Look, I'll wear it to work. Hey, the color is absolutely perfect, huh? How about that?
I'm sorry you don't like the other one.
Mrs. Morgenstern, did you take your pills today? Mama.
Mary, can I ask you something?
Yes.
Why are you wearing 2 scarves today?
It just seemed like a good idea at the time.
Mary, did you get that list I asked for?
What list?
A film.
What film?
For the special we're doing tomorrow night. And don't say what's special.
I won't.
But you want to, right? Did I just go?
Yes, you did.
That's what I thought. When I go, it's a pretty good sign my blood pressure is getting up there. My doctor says I've got to learn to relax or give up drinking. So I'm going to learn to relax. Right now.
Murray,
What?
what special are we doing?
It's called Is Air Pollution Really So Bad?
Could you tell me what kind of a television station does a special favoring air pollution?
Well, one when the chairman of the board owns a smelting plant.
Yes, Ted.
Could I have that new insignia? This one's...
Oh, Ted, I'm sorry. I left it at home.
Well, you better go home and get it.
Well, I'll tell you, I'll bring it in tomorrow, Ted. I'm so busy today.
I can't go on tonight without that insignia.
Well, all right, I've got somebody staying with me. I'll call and see if she can bring it over.
The threads came loose.
Terrific.
Funny, she said she was going to be in all day.
What about my insignia?
I mean, if she had changed her plans, she would have told me.
I want my insignia.
Maybe she's in the shower.
This has to be taken care of.
Please, don't flap that at me.
Well, I'm not going to argue about this. I'll just speak to Lou.
Wait.
Lou?
Mary, don't worry what he says to Lou. He can't say anything intelligible unless I write it down for him.
You know, she still doesn't answer.
Mary, did you get that stuff for me?
What stuff?
Mary, come into my office.
Mr. Grant, I know what you want to see me about. I know what Ted told you. I was supposed to bring in his WJM insignia today, and I forgot. I left it at home, so I called my friend's mother, who was staying with me, to see if she would bring it over, and she wasn't at home, which has me a little upset because she would... You know what's got me really upset?
I have no idea.
I just sounded nuts.
Sit down. Mary, life is tough.
No, it's not really tough.
What do you mean, not really? I give you a cliche, 3 dumb words, and you want to argue with me? I said life is tough.
Well, yes, it is. It's a little tough.
It's getting tougher all the time. I'm not interested in your friend's mother. That's tough. I'm not interested in whether Ted gets his insignia or not. That's tough, too. And by tomorrow night, I got to come up with a bunch of reasons why pollution isn't so bad, or the chairman of the board's going to get pretty upset. At me. Like I said, life is tough.
You're right, Mr. Grant. Life is tough.
You want to know what else is tough? If you don't start shaping up, I'm gonna have to fire you.
Do you mean that?
No. This is scare tactic. But I'll tell you what I do mean. For the last few days, you've been doing a rotten job around here.
Oh, Mr. Grant, I know. For the last couple of days, I've been just a little off.
No. Not a little off. Rotten. There's two things I'm trying to get through to you. Life is tough, and you've been rotten.
It's just that the last couple of days, all I've been able to think about is Rhoda and her mother, and I've let you down, and Will Murray's been doing half of my work for me in there. The last couple of days, I've been just rotten.
Well, look, you've been a little off, that's all.
I've been rotten.
What happened here?
Been right here. Now, don't get excited. You didn't miss any messages. Let's see. At 11 o'clock, somebody rang 4 times. At 11:02, somebody rang 6 times. And at 2:15, somebody rang 14 times. Listen, Mary, I've been noticing something. You're getting nervous. I think you should kick me out.
Oh, Mrs. Morgenstern, I couldn't. I wouldn't kick you out.
I know it'd be very hard for you because you're so fond of me. But you ought to kick me out.
But
No, look. Now, you tell me that it's crowded here. Go ahead.
Well, it's a little crowded.
All right. You see, now you're doing fine. Now, I understand that. Now, do you want to make it easy for me to go back to New York and make yourself feel better even though you're kicking me out?
Yes.
Then promise me you'll write.
I promise.
How often?
I'll write at least once a week. Mrs. Morgenstern, are you really going to go back to New York without seeing Rhoda?
Well, it's all right. I got a letter from her.
A letter?
Yeah, she slipped it under the door. Here we are. Read it. Dear Ma, return the gift and make sure you get cash. Use it and the money in here to buy something for yourself, not me. I'm sorry I couldn't see you, but you know we'd end up yelling. Love. Guess who? Oh, that Rhoda, she's always clowning. Not every mother has a daughter like that. I wish I could see the daughter I got like that.
I've got to talk to you. Rhoda, I've got to talk to you.
Well, come on in.
Well, listen, could we talk out there? I mean, I feel a little funny in here.
I'm sorry, Mary. No, I got to get this display done in a hurry. I think the bride's in trouble.
Listen, Rhoda, aren't you going to ask me how your mother is?
How is she?
She's going home to New York tonight. That's how she is.
What do you want out of me?
Rhoda, would it hurt you so much to go down to the bus station and say goodbye to her and hello?
No, it wouldn't.
Well, then.
But if I go down to that bus station, Mary, I won't get off with just a goodbye. I see her, it sets me back 20 years, minimum.
Well, then, don't turn around.
Hello, 1950.
All right, I told her that you'd be working late tonight.
Boy, my mother. You gotta hand it to her. She's got a back that could break your heart. Ah, come on. I always cry at weddings. Bye.
Rhoda. Oh, Mama, you're so happy.
Here, let me take this.
No, it's all right.
Come on, Mike.
Oh, you got in here. Oh, come on, darling. I told you, take care of
Oh, it's the greatest coat I ever saw. Now let's return it.
just try it on, will you?
Try it on, Mama. You take the money I send you and you buy me a coat like this. It's ridiculous. This must have cost what? Hey, you still leave the price tags in your gifts, don't you? Yeah, here. Read it.
Rhoda, you're not supposed to ask how much a present
Will you read it?
$495.
Ma!
Mrs. Morgenstern, what Rhoda's trying to say is that she doesn't want you spending the money she sends to you on presents for her.
But I was saving the money for her. I don't need the money. Your father's doing very well.
What are you talking about? A long time ago, you wrote me that Dad had some big business reverses.
Reverses, yes, upwards. Up until then, he wasn't doing so hot.
You've got money?
We're comfortable.
If she says we're comfortable, I think I'm an heiress.
Heiress, try on the coat.
Oh, Rhoda. Oh, Ma, this is gorgeous.
Okay, you don't like it. Get
Let's go.
Mr. Matthews?
Where am I?
You're in the studio.
Yeah, what city?
Minneapolis?
Oh, well, thank you.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I've been on this tour promoting my book so long that all the cities are running together.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, like, for instance, the other day I was sitting in my hotel room in Newark, looking out the window at the beautiful view. And I realized that if it was a beautiful view, it couldn't be Newark.
It must really be exhausting.
Oh, yeah. 18 cities in 24 days, you know. Being interviewed by guys who've never read the book, whose first question is always...
Will you tell us about your book?
Right. Yeah.
And then I bet they ask you, what gave you the idea to write it?
Yeah, inane questions like that. It's awful.
Well, that takes care of the first two questions I was going to ask you.
Oh, well, on the other hand, the questions are rather good. It's just my answers are dumb, right? Ted?
Oh, no, that's not my Ted. I mean, I'm not Ted Baxter.
Oh, no.
But you knew that already, didn't you?
You know.
I'm Mary Richards. I'm the associate producer on the show. You see, Ted is sick. So what we're going to do is I will ask you the questions that he would have asked you, and then later they'll take me out and edit him in.
Oh, gee, I'm sorry Ted's sick. We were supposed to go out afterwards. I got an idea, though. Why don't I take you out afterwards and we can edit Ted in later?
And my prayer.
How about dinner?
We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
And cue.
Good evening, and welcome to Scrutiny. I'm Ted Baxter. And tonight, have you written any other books?
Yeah, 3 others, but they didn't do too well.
Why did this book do so well and the others didn't?
Well, in the first place, this one got published.
Well, can you tell me, when did you first begin to think that Are Men Obsolete was going to be a bestseller?
When I saw that they'd put a picture of a naked lady on the cover.
Well, I see our time is up. Our thanks to Eric Matthews. This is Ted Baxter. And we'll be back next week with Scrutiny.
Wait a minute. I'd like to ask you a question, if I may. You never said when we were going to go to dinner.
Well, we'll talk about that later.
When?
Over dinner.
And cut.
Tom, I'm sorry about this last part.
Don't worry about it, Mary. It's only tape. We'll just cut it out later. Okay, fellas, it's a wrap.
Okay, Mary, where should we go for dinner?
Well, I know of a cute little place that's, Oh, gee, I had a great time tonight. You know, usually a date just means dinner or the movies or something, but boy, tonight was really different.
How different?
Well, I think building a snowman in front of the Women's Liberation Headquarters is pretty different.
I thought they'd get a kick out of watching him melt. Yeah, you have a nice little apartment.
Thank you.
I see you've won your letter.
Yeah. Would you like some coffee?
Oh, no, thanks. Oh, I love that print. I've got that at home.
How about some brandy?
Oh, no, thank you. Cigarette?
No, thanks. I don't smoke.
Oh.
I never have, really. I mean, even before all the new evidence about smoking came out, I never did. I was always afraid it would stunt my health.
You know something? I think I'm gonna quit smoking.
Good for you. That shows you got real willpower.
Nope, I'm out of cigarettes. Hey. Did I make it?
No, you're short. Gee, tonight was great, Eric. The whole evening. The dinner, the snowman, the art museum.
Yeah, you got a nice collection in this town.
Yeah.
Matisse, Van Gogh.
Yeah, and my favorite artist, Toulouse-Lautrec. What's that?
Huh? Oh, that's my pillow to sit on for height, you know. Listen, on these TV tours, you never know what you're going to run into, and not every television studio has nice tall chairs like you do.
Oh.
There are none in here.
What?
Cigarettes. I've decided to take up smoking again.
Oh.
Hey, is there a drugstore around?
Yeah, there's one just down the street, about two doors.
Okay. Well, I'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Okay.
Where's Harpo and Chico?
I was just, walking funny. Just, been walking funny all night. I don't know what's gotten into me.
Where you been, Mayor?
Out on a date.
Oh, how was it?
Well, I don't know. It's, not over yet.
I don't know how to break it to you, but you're all alone.
Yeah, well, he's gonna be back any second.
Oh.
And, Rhoda, as long as you're here, could I ask you a big favor?
Sure, what?
Please go.
Can I meet him?
No.
Why? Is he somebody I'm going out with? Now, Mary, you don't have to sneak around behind my back.
Rhoda, would you just listen, please?
Mary, please. Do I have to sit here and figure out what's wrong with this guy? Are you going to tell me why you don't want me to meet him?
All right, I'll tell you why I don't want you to meet him. It's because of this.
I understand.
He needs it because he's very short.
What's he do, stand on it?
Now do you see why I don't want you to meet him? You'll say something just like that.
Thanks a lot. You really think I'd make a derogatory remark about a person just because he's a shrimp?
See what I mean?
The drugstore's closed, so I guess I'll quit smoking again. Hi. Got a cigarette?
Eric, I'd like you to meet my friend Rhoda Morgenstern. Rhoda, this is Eric Shrimp. Oh, good one, Mary. Just put the eye makeup on your mouth. That's because you're upset. Know how I know you're upset? Not because you put eye makeup on your mouth. It's because you're talking to yourself. Want to watch that, kid? Hi. Hi.
How'd it go last night?
Oh, Rhoda, I don't know what's the matter with me. Eric is intelligent, he's funny, he's good-looking.
And short.
Very short. And you know what I am? I found out something about myself last night that's pretty upsetting. I'm a height bigot.
My best friend's a bigot.
Right. Why else would I be so hung up about height? You know, the whole time I was out with him last night, I kept telling myself about all his great qualities, and yet all I could think about was... He asked me to go out with him tomorrow night. You know what I did? I lied. I said I was busy just because he's short.
My father's short.
See? And it didn't bother your mother, did it?
Bother her? She's the one who made him short. He was over 6 feet when they got married.
Okay, Rhoda, go ahead. Joke about it if you want, but I just don't think I can. I don't think it's funny to be a bigot. I'm going to do something about it right now.
Hey, I don't think you can turn yourself in for that.
Eric Matthews, please. I'm going to go out with him, and I am going to wear high heels. I am going to stand up straight, and I'm not going to be self-conscious about being taller than he is. I hope he takes me dancing. Hello, Eric?
And so, ladies and gentlemen, until tomorrow, this is Mary L. Slaughter substituting for Ted Baxter, saying good news and good night.
Hey, fellas, how was I? Hey, Lou.
Catch the news?
Uh-huh.
How'd I do?
Well, you know me, Murray. I don't go around passing out idle compliments. I wouldn't say you were great if I didn't think so.
Hey, Lou, what about that new feature I put in, Animals in the News?
Oh, yeah, I wanted to speak to you about that.
Yes.
Don't do it again.
Hey, Mary, when the people found out I was doing the news for Ted, we got a lot of calls, right?
Well, one.
One call. Well, who was it?
It was Ted calling to find out if he had a lot of calls because he wasn't here.
Keep up the fair work, Murray.
Hey, Lou, look, I want to talk to you about that animal feature, Lou.
Hi, Mary.
Hi, Eric. I'll be right with you.
Sorry I'm late, but I picked up this jacket today, and I had to wait for them to take the emblem off the pocket.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Thanks.
Where'd you get it?
Robertson's?
Oh, they have a marvelous men's shop.
Yeah? I got this at the boys' department.
Well, where are we going tonight?
The Stop and Save.
Well, that's a supermarket, isn't
Right.
it?
You're talking to the world's greatest cook.
Oh?
And I wanted to watch that interview we did on the Tube tonight, so I figured I'd cook dinner for you at your place.
Sounds marvelous.
All right, let's go.
Listen, I don't care if you did get that at the boys' department. It's a great-looking jacket.
Thank you.
Why'd you take the emblem off?
It was a ducky.
Tell me, Eric, when did you first think that Our Men Obsolete might be a bestseller?
When I saw that they'd put a picture of a naked lady on the cover.
Here comes the part they had to cut out where you asked me to dinner.
Our thanks to Eric Matthews. This is Mary L. Slaughter substituting for Ted Baxter, saying so long.
Wait a minute. I'd like to ask you a question, if I may. You never said when we were going to go to dinner.
We'll talk about that later.
When?
Oh, for dinner?
I thought they were going to cut that out.
We've got a new tape editor, and he's,
Little juice?
Right.
Well, how do you like them?
What?
My shoes. That's what you're looking at, isn't it?
No, I wasn't. I was looking at the, floor.
And the distance between it and my shoes.
Really, I was.
I assure you, Mary, my feet do touch the floor whenever I walk.
They'd almost have to, wouldn't they?
Right. I really have to talk to you, Mary, about something. The fact that I'm shorter than you really bothers you, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't.
No, you're not self-conscious about my height?
No, Eric, I'm not. I mean, when you and I are together, I'm not self-conscious about your height. I'm self-conscious about my height. I mean, if I were an even 5 feet instead of 5'6".
Honey, you're more than 5'6".
All right. Okay, I'm 5'7". So I'm an inch or two taller than you are.
You're 4 inches taller than I am.
Does it bother you
What bothered me?
that you're 1 to 4 inches shorter than I am?
Honey, I made my peace with that years ago, and they asked me to play Doc in the school play. I thought they were doing Mr. Roberts, but they were really doing Snow White.
You know, that's really fantastic to be able to kid yourself like that.
Hey, if you like the author, you'll love the book.
The book?
Yeah, my new manuscript. I was waiting for a title before I sent it to my publisher, and you gave it to me.
Toulouse-Lautrec is one of my favorite artists. I didn't think you heard me say that.
Well, anyway, you named the book. Now I'd like you to read it.
You mean right now?
Yeah.
Okay. You dedicated it to me.
I thought it was appropriate.
You know, Eric, I've never had anyone watch me read an entire book before.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll go out and take a walk, okay?
Okay, that's a good idea.
Hey, you don't have to walk me to the door. Listen, you're wasting valuable reading time.
Right.
Well, it wasn't exactly magic, was it?
I just love...
Who do you just love?
I thought you were Eric.
You just love Eric?
Yeah, no, I love his new book.
His new book?
Yeah, look at that.
Mary, he dedicated it to you.
Yeah.
That's as good as a proposal, kid.
Oh, come on.
How can I describe how I feel about you, my best friend, getting married?
Rhoda, I am not...
Sort of a mixture of envy and hostility. But incidentally, I'm happy for you, too.
Rhoda, will you listen
Mary,
to me?
you
I'd like
listen
to
to me. Now, about your reception, here's the plan. When you go to throw your bouquet, you fade back like you're going to throw it to the back of the room. Then when the other girls move back, move up quick, and then you just lob it to me.
Okay, now, would you like to hear about Eric and me?
Yeah,
okay.
in detail.
You know how it is when you're dating somebody?
No.
You know how it is when you tell yourself that despite all the evidence to the contrary, that you are really just good friends?
Yeah.
Well, that's the way it is with Eric and me. We are just good friends.
When you're single and 30, there are no men friends. They're either fiancés or rejects.
Oh. Eric, I can't wait to tell you what I think of this book.
You'll have to wait till I say hi to Rhoda. Hi, Rhoda. Tell me about the book.
It is warm. It's witty. It's funny. What's the matter?
Nothing. I'm just trying to figure out how to get you a job as a book reviewer.
What's the book about? It's all about being short.
Mary, couldn't you be a little more delicate? I mean, he's got feelings too, you know.
But no, Rhoda, that is the whole point.
That is exactly my point. My point is that everybody feels left out. They're stuck with something like shortness.
Yeah, like some people, shortness is tallness.
What?
Well, you'd have to read... Tell her about it, Eric.
Did you get to the high school part?
No, not yet.
Let's talk about that high school part. I don't usually like to throw this around, but I happen to be a high school graduate.
You know what I'm talking about. Here is my theory. Now, in every high school, there is a guy who is captain of the football team, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. He is also student body president.
Yes,
right?
of course,
right.
always.
Now, he's going with this girl who is head cheerleader. She's also most popular, right? And she's also senior class secretary, right?
Yes.
Okay, now these two people are deliriously happy. Now, in every high school in the country, there are two happy people and everybody else is miserable.
Right. Yeah, it's like being short, right?
Right.
I've got a confession here. When I was in high school, I had a problem like shortness. Try and guess what it was.
You were a fat kid.
That's close, Shorty. Do you know what it's like for a girl to be overweight?
You know what it's like for a guy to be under height? It's like at all the jobs nobody else wanted. Science editor of the school newspaper.
Business manager of the yearbook.
Ah, what were you, Mary?
Why don't I just heat up some coffee?
Mary!
I'd really rather not say.
Come on, it can't be that bad.
It's worse. I was head cheerleader.
And most popular.
Oh, Eric, I'm so glad you're here. She does this to me all the time. She tries to make me feel guilty for having been happy in high school. You're the first person I ever met who could handle her.
That's her subtle Midwestern way of saying she thinks we're meant for each other.
Okay, let's see if we are. I was assistant equipment manager for the wrestling team.
What kind of equipment do they have?
Very little.
I played the bass drum in the marching band.
You think that's bad? I couldn't get a date to go to the senior prom. Did you get asked?
Yes. 4 years after I graduated. What did you get for a graduation gift?
Socks.
I got a belt buckle. Mary, what did you get?
Oh, a car.
What?
A car.
Ooh.
No, wait a minute. It was an old car. It was secondhand. One of the doors wouldn't even open.
Did it run?
Yes. No, but hey, guys, it was a Hudson. A brown Hudson.
Oh.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, this is Mary L. Slaughter substituting for Ted Baxter, saying good news and good night.
I give up.
What's the matter?
Well, people are so unappreciative. This is my last day of filling in for Ted, and nobody even bothered to call.
We had a lot of calls after your appearance on Scrutiny with Eric Matthews.
You did? Well, why didn't you tell me, Lou?
We didn't think you'd really want to know.
Well, sure, I want to know, Mary. What kind of calls did we get?
A lot of people wanted to know how your dinner date with Eric turned out. Yeah. Okay, Murray, I'll turn it on.
This is Ted Baxter. Be with me tonight at WJM election headquarters when this reporter and his team of political experts are the first to predict a winner in the Minneapolis city election. My comprehensive analysis will begin at 7:30, right after the Three Stooges.
Come in.
I can't. Sorry, Mr. Grant. My hands were full.
Mary, can I ask you a personal question?
Yes, sure.
What did you knock with?
Oh, with my...
Uh-huh.
Mr. Grant, Murray and I dug up some fantastic facts for the election show tonight.
Oh.
And we thought that if you liked them, we could put them on cue cards in case Ted Baxter runs out of things to say.
Good. Baxter usually runs out sometime after good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes after good evening, ladies. Mary, when somebody does a terrific job, I believe in letting them know it. Good work, Murray. Mary, I want you to be in charge out there on the floor tonight.
You want me to be in charge? But that's your job.
No, my job is telling you what your job is.
But
Look, if it's a question of extra money...
No, it's not a question of money.
Good, because there isn't any.
Mr. Grant, you don't seem to understand. In order to be in charge, you have to be able to exert authority, and I've never been any good at that.
You can do it.
No, I can't. You could do it, but see, if I were you right now, I'd probably be saying, Mary, I'm in sort of a little bind right now, and if you don't mind...
Look, I don't want to talk about it. You're doing it.
You see, there it is. That's it.
Start by telling the crew to take a half-hour dinner break.
A half hour?
The way the snow's coming down, it'd be nice if everybody was back by the time they had to start. Go tell them.
Mr. Grant, really, I've just never been any good at exerting authority. They're probably not even going to listen to me.
What'd you say?
Well, I
Number 2. Have him on the tote board. I want you on the board.
Excuse me, do you have a minute?
Tell him, let me check Baxter's up. Over here, Murray.
No, it's okay. Take time. It's fine.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Ted Baxter. Welcome to WJM's continuous election night coverage. And remember, we'll stay on the air until the winner is declared. Take off glasses, look concerned.
Baxter told me to put that stage direction in there.
Take it out.
Oh, come on, Merle. Leave it in. That's the way I remember my motivation.
I don't mind you remembering your motivation. It just frosts me when you read it over the air like you did last night. Mississippi River rises, thousands flee homes. Take off glasses, look concerned.
Oh, I can explain that. You see, when I took off my glasses to look concerned, I forgot my place on the cue card. Hi, Mayor.
Hi, Ted. Tom, could you take this material that I've marked and put it on cue cards for Ted?
Who okayed this material?
Well,
It's all there's to it.
Well, Ted, I didn't want to have to say this, but, well, just a little while ago, I was in Mr. Grant's, Lou's office, and he put me in charge of the show tonight. So, as the person in charge of the show tonight, I'm saying that we're going to take a half an hour for dinner.
As the anchorman of the show tonight, I say, I'll just have to eat my dinner a little faster, that's all. Let's go again. How's it going?
Well, they're not, you know, I mean,
Mary, it's really starting to come down hard.
Hey, what time is it now?
Don't worry, you had 15 minutes to get back. You want me to make you a cheese sandwich?
Oh, great. Okay. Oh, I don't know what to wear. I don't know what dress to wear. I don't know what shoes to... I don't know what to wear.
Why don't you wear what you got on?
I already wore that.
Boy, I should have your job.
At least you get to dress up to go to work.
When a person dresses dummies in a department store window like I do, the big deal is every Monday morning when your smock is starched.
Yeah. You don't know what it's like giving orders to Ted Baxter.
Oh, is he gorgeous. Most people on TV are so phony, but that's Ted Baxter. When he takes off his glasses and looks concerned, oh, it's fantastic.
Rhoda, can you get that for me? I'm not dressed.
Mary, I'm making a sandwich here. Besides, it's probably for you. That's it. Wear the fur dress. Goes great with the fur shoes.
Hello? Yeah? Oh, no. Oh, that is a problem. No, listen, it's nobody's fault. Sometimes, no matter how many precautions you take, these things just happen.
Who's having the baby?
Bye-bye. That was the employment agency. Our extra girls refused to come to work in the blizzard.
Yeah? What were they supposed to do?
Well, just answer the phones.
I can answer phones.
And look good on television.
I can answer phones.
You're on.
Great, oh, Mary.
A cheese sandwich.
Yeah.
How is it possible to make a bad cheese sandwich?
Well, you were out of cheese, so I used yogurt.
Five minutes to airtime, everybody.
Mimi, has the other girl shown up yet?
Not yet.
Everything ready, Mayor?
Well, no. We're still short a girl on the phones, and we need someone to run the tote board, and the political analyst hasn't shown up.
Uh-huh. Can you tell us what time we'll wrap tonight?
I have no idea.
You think it'll be before 9?
Well, we'll be here till we predict a winner, and what difference does it make?
Well, it's not hard to understand. You see, I want to go to bed early so that I can get up early tomorrow so I can read the reviews about what I did tonight.
Oh, excuse me, Ted. I think this is Dr. Newton, our political analyst.
Doctor, I'm not even a dentist.
Rhoda! Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were our political analyst. Well, listen, I'm glad you're here. Anyway, come on, I'm going to show you how to work that board.
Yeah.
Now, look, when the numbers come in, you get them up on the board.
Yeah? Right on camera behind Ted Baxter? Oh. How's this, Mary? Is this okay?
Yes, it's wonderful, but you're going to have to do it in back of the board.
You mean I'm going to be behind this thing all night?
Yeah, well, that's where all the gadgets are.
I'm not taking this crummy job.
Rhoda, come on, you're my friend. Who else do you give crummy jobs to?
How about one of those losers over there?
Rhoda, come on. You know I have trouble telling people what to do.
You seem to be telling me pretty good.
Rhoda, please.
Oh, all right. But this is the last time I do a favor for you, Mary Richards.
You see that headset?
Yeah.
Put it on, and when the numbers come in, get them up on the board.
If I'd known this was the job, I would have gone out and bought an ankle bracelet.
Stand by for air.
Good luck, Ted.
Thanks, Mayor. Mary, I am smiling. When I am smiling, I am happy. The first results are starting to come in. Turner 85, Mitchell 23. There it goes up on the tote board. Good. Baxter seems in good form. Fine. Everything's working smoothly. Mary, when someone does a terrific job, I believe in letting them know it. You're doing it. What was that?
I don't know.
What's wrong with the lights?
The teletype stopped.
It can't stop. If it stops, we don't get votes. It stopped. We don't get votes. The storm must have knocked the lines down.
Well, at least we still have people at the precinct to phone the votes in.
Hello. Hello, hello. Hello. Hello, hello.
Stand by. Hey. Action. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. At 7:30, the polls are closed. And I'm Ted Baxter. Welcome to WJM's continuous election night coverage. And remember, we'll be on the air with minute-by-minute returns until a winner is declared. We're in for an exciting evening here at WJM. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that have tuned in late, we've been on the air for 2 hours now, and the up-to-the-hour totals. Turner 85, Mitchell 23. And the tension is mounting. Oh, a commercial. Good. We'll be back with more election results, I hope, right after this commercial. And cut! I can't take it anymore. 2 hours of 85-23, 85-23. I need new numbers. I can't ad-lib anymore.
But, Ted, your ad-libbing is great.
Really?
Really? Yes, just fine. Fine. Look, a couple of small points. I mean, hardly worth mentioning, but, do you think it's right on the election show to do impressions of Humphrey Bogart?
That's all you know. I was doing Jimmy Cagney. I'm not going back out there alone. Has the political analyst arrived yet?
No.
I'm going back out there alone. I'll never make it.
Look, Ted, I'm positive the phone lines are going to be repaired soon. In the meantime, we're all counting on you to pull us through.
30 seconds. Stand by.
Ted, you're going to be just fine.
Mary, why do we have to go back on the air? Why don't we rerun last year's elections? At least last year's elections, the numbers changed. Not like Turner 85, Mitchell 23. Turner 108, Mitchell 61? Like that. Turner 112, Mitchell 74.
The board's working.
Don't stop me now, I'm rolling. Turner 136, Mitchell 114.
Hold it, just Rhoda, you're leaning on that switch.
Hi, Mary.
Nice guy. He's the floor manager, whatever that is.
Rhoda, do you have to do that at a time like this?
Do you know what it's like all alone behind that board?
It was Turner 85.
Mitchell 23, I know.
Rhoda, please, get back there.
Okay.
Ted, I'm sorry. Rhoda made a mistake. These are the wrong numbers.
Stand by, everybody. No, what's wrong is I'm standing on this mark, and that man is going to throw his finger at me, and I'm going to have to say, welcome back to election headquarters. It's still Turner 85, Mitchell 23. A definite trend is being set. Turner's lead seems to be holding quite steady. And the excitement is just beginning. Meanwhile, let's have a look at some of the other hotly contested issues. For example, the controversial Proposition A seems to be shaping up as quite a cliffhanger. Right now, the figures are 0 to 0. Have you ever wondered what the letters WJM stood for? Well, I certainly have. And so, in 1951, WJM was granted a license by the FCC. Have you ever wondered what the letters FCC stand for?
That man is dying out there. He's read everything in the studio, including his driver's license. What we need are votes to talk about. What's happening with the phone company?
Well, I sent a man over there.
And?
He's missing. So I sent another man to look for the first man.
Don't tell me.
Yes, I'd like to send another man, but it's getting harder and harder to find volunteers.
Maybe we ought to send Baxter. No. With our luck, he'd be the only one to make it back.
Mr. Grant, why don't we just rerun an old movie or something until everything gets fixed?
That's a good question. For someone who doesn't know anything about this business. We sold our election night coverage to sponsors. They don't have to pay us unless we give them election night coverage. So, unless there's a movie called Election Night Coverage...
Lou, Ted ran out of things to say.
What? He ran out of things to say 3 hours ago.
This time it's different.
What? Turn on the sound, Mary.
The sound is on.
Oh, this is different. What's he doing out there?
Breathing.
I don't believe I've ever seen that before. Murray, get into commercial fast.
Right.
That settles it. There are votes out there, and I'm going to bring them here. Mario, get the mobile unit gassed up, check the chains. I'm taking it out.
No!
No, what do you mean no?
No, don't go.
No. I didn't say no, Mario. I said yes. She said no. Yes, I'm still going.
Mr. Brando, please don't go. I mean, if you go, who's going to be in charge?
The same person who's been in charge all night, you.
Mr. Brandt, the only reason they let me be in charge was because they knew you were here to be in charge. Why don't you stay and let me go get the votes?
I can't let you go out in that snow.
Why not? I'm good in the snow. I drive very carefully. I've driven in it before.
You really think you can?
Of course I can. The mobile unit has automatic transmission, doesn't it?
4 on the floor, double clutch, compound low, 4-wheel drive, and a hydraulic shovel.
I can learn.
Look, Mary, I hate to tell you this, but the mobile unit is a truck. A big truck. A big one.
I can still learn. It's something, it's like an H, right?
It's more like an H with a W in the middle of it and a T on the side. I'm sorry, Mary, you're still in charge. And will you stop looking like that?
Like what?
Like that, like a poster for Radio Free Europe.
Well, I suddenly just feel so lonely.
Turn on the TV. That's always good company.
Add the yolks of 3 eggs, half a cup of walnuts, and bacon of 3 eggs. For this wonderful election night snack.
He's doing recipes? I'll hurry.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's still Turner 85, Mitchell 23. But I'm sure our phone lines will be repaired soon, and we'll have some new results. With luck, maybe right after this next commercial.
And cut!
Ted, are you all right?
You're doing this to me.
Ted, I'm going to find you some help. Murray, he needs somebody to talk to.
And don't look at me. I don't even talk to him at parties.
And, Father, thank you.
Stand by. Action!
Back again, ladies and gentlemen. We're fortunate to have an old friend drop by to say hello while our phone lines are being repaired. I'd like you to meet Father... What's your name?
Father Flint.
Father Flint. Tell me, Padre. Now that I've got you here, there's a question I'm sure our viewers would like answered. How long have you been interested in religion?
Did you hear the one about the minister and the rabbi and the priest who all decided to play golf one election day?
Yes, Father, about a half hour ago. Oh, I see. It's time for another commercial.
Ted and I will be right back after this important message.
And cut!
It's going just fine, Ted. Really fine.
I think you're going to have to find someone to take Father Flint's place.
No, of Poor man, he seemed to have lost a lot of his wind after they sang Danny Boy.
Hey, listen, everybody. Channel 3 just predicted Turner a winner and signed off. All we have to do is declare Turner a winner. We can all go home.
Hold it, just a minute.
What was that?
That was, hold it, just a minute. We can't go on with that information. It's not official.
It's official enough for me.
But, Murray, no, we have an obligation to those people out there.
Mary, all those people out there are sleeping. I feel no obligation to sleeping people.
Well, I'm sure at least Turner and Mitchell aren't sleeping. It wouldn't be right. It would be dishonest.
Oh, is she?
Anyway, Rhoda, I feel very strongly about this. It would be wrong.
It wouldn't be so bad.
Hey, what more do you need?
Coming out of commercial. Stand by.
I am going to declare a winner now.
No, Ted, look, I know you're dead tired and you want to go home, and we all want to go home, but I just cannot let you make this announcement.
I'm going to declare a winner now.
Ted, if you declare a winner now, you're fired.
Stand by, everybody. And action.
Welcome back, gentlemen and ladies. It looks like... Turner 85, Mitchell 23. And we'll stay right here until we get all the facts to declare a winner. Oh, I see Gordy the weatherman just stopped in to say hello. He's going to tell us all about what makes it snow right after this commercial.
And cut.
Congratulations, kid. How'd you do it?
I don't know. I just opened my mouth and you're fired. Just came out. I guess I'm not so bad at being in charge after all. Say, Rhoda, aren't you supposed to be in back of that board right now?
I don't feel like it.
Tom, I wonder, could I talk to you about...
Later, honey, I'm busy.
But I'm supposed to be in charge.
To pack my bags and leave New York City and come here to Minneapolis. People ask me, why Minneapolis? And I replied, why not? Oh, I see it's time for a commercial. Ted and I will be right back after this brief message.
And cut.
And what did you do after you got to Minneapolis?
Ted, we're off the air.
Oh, are we?
Yeah.
Would you lead me to the water? I think I'm thirsty.
Of course. Steady now. Come on.
Hi. Hey, what's going on here?
Say, aren't you, are you, Chuckles the Clown?
No, I'm Walter Cronkite.
How did you get through the snowstorm?
I took the bus. They quit snowing about an hour ago. Listen, I don't know. How come you're still on the air? I have to go on in about a half an hour, you know.
Well, we're waiting for the election returns.
Election? Haven't you heard?
We haven't heard anything.
Oh, for crying out. Mitchell wins it. Turner concedes. Turner, you...
Mitchell won it, not Turner.
Mm-hmm.
Chuckles, listen, Ted is not really in any condition to go on. Would you go on and announce the winner so that we can all go home?
Chucka-lucka, bucky-wuck, would I ever? Just point Mr. Camera at me. Coming out of commercial. And action.
Hi, boys and girls. Our new mayor is Mr. Mitchell. So let's all give him a really colossal Chuckles the Clown Club cheer. Chuck-a-luck, 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 luck-a-chuck, 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 chuck-chuck.
Mary, whenever I put somebody in charge, I never second-guess them. That's my policy. So I'm never going to ask you why you put Ted Baxter in a clown suit.
wind is from the northwest, and tomorrow the weather will be clear. And now to top off this edition of the 6 o'clock news.
My story.
A lady in Philadelphia lost her dog. She went to the pound and found it. And when she got home, she found she had the wrong dog. The woman who didn't know one dog from another was a vegetarian.
Veterinarian!
There's probably somebody calling to ask us to explain what Ted just said. Newsroom. Oh, hi, Rhoda. Listen, I'm sorry I'm late. I got hung up here. Did you think of a movie for us to see? Wait, no, don't pick me up. I want to come home first. Yeah, I'll try to think of a movie. Bye-bye.
Go see the new John Wayne picture.
Is it good?
They're all good. I never miss a one.
Why is that, Lou? Do you identify with John Wayne?
That's it. Wayne gets teed off at somebody, he
hits them
or shoots them. I get teed off at somebody, all I can do is write a memo.
Like this one!
Say, Mary, you want to see a good movie? See Son of Flubber. You can't go wrong with a Disney movie. You know what my favorite Disney movie is?
Snow White?
Right. Hey, who can name all 7 dwarfs? I can. Lou, how about you? Murr, how about you?
Lou, you want to grab a hamburger?
No, I don't eat meat. I'm a veterinarian.
So I came down here.
Listen, I'm sorry I'm late. Oh, what's the matter with your leg?
This is the lotus position, a yoga exercise. It helps the person achieve an inner peace.
It'll just take me a minute to change. Rhoda, listen, aren't both legs supposed to be up when you're in the lotus position?
Only fanatics use both legs.
Hey, can you get that?
Oh, sure.
Hey, Mary, I can't. What? Hello? Yeah, Phyllis, hang on just a second. Fanatic. Yeah, Phyllis. Well, I'll tell you, I was just about to go out to a... Well, all right, I'll wait. Bye.
I knew I should have met you at work. Now, don't tell her we're going to the movies or she'll want to come along. And you'll let her.
You know, she sounded kind of frantic.
Sure. She's frantic. We might go to a movie without her.
Oh. Hi, Phyllis.
Something's come up, and I wondered if you could take care of Bess for a few days.
Oh? What is it?
Well, it's Lars, Mary. He's contracted a case of varicella from one of his patients.
Varicella?
Yes.
What's that?
Lars is in the incubation period, and I'm immune. Well,
Chicken pox! That's what that quack's got, chicken pox.
I really wouldn't ask you if it weren't an emergency, Mary.
You said varicella, but it's plain old mundane chicken pox.
Rhoda, would you
A
please...
pig disease!
Rhoda, please, Phyllis. Don't misunderstand this, but are you sure that Bess wants to stay with me? I mean, you know, she's not exactly crazy about it.
Mary, it's time Bess found out that life is no bed of roses. Bess will be up in a second. These are the books.
The books?
Yeah, on creative child rearing. I know some people find it amusing that I insist on raising Bess from these, but the men and women who wrote them are experts, and the people who laugh aren't. Besides, Bess thinks...
Well, here we are. Have you had dinner?
Yes, Phyllis burned it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Why? You didn't burn it.
Well, no, but it's just that, you know, when you try to fix something and then it doesn't turn out right, it's kind of disappointing.
Well, it doesn't bother Phyllis.
Do you always call your mother Phyllis?
It's her name.
Yeah, I know, but when I was a little girl, when I was a young person, I was called my mother, Mother. I still do. I mean, I never even think of calling her Marge. That's what it is. It's Marge.
Did Phyllis show you these books?
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to really get into them yet.
Yeah, well, I think you ought to. This isn't going particularly well so far, you know.
Good to know. Do you like having all that makeup on your face?
Yes, do you?
I think it makes you look awful. Bess? Bess, what are you doing?
Mary? Bess forgot this. She likes her milk in it.
Oh.
How's everything going so far? Don't answer. I know everything's going great. Where is she?
Well, she's,
Locked herself in the bathroom, huh?
Well, yes.
You said something without looking it up in the book first. Is that right?
Well, yes.
What did you say?
Well, I told her I thought the makeup looked awful.
And now you're trying to get her out of there.
Yes, I am. Phyllis, could you help me, please?
Of course I'm going to help you.
Good.
Here, Chapter 8, Right of Privacy.
Bess, I respect your right of privacy. I don't mind your locking the door. Really, I don't. And, I am always eager to participate in a free and open discussion of whatever it is that's bothering you. Really, I am.
You might have to burn your washcloth. It's got gunk all over it. I recognize those quotes. They're right from the books, aren't they?
Well, yeah, they are. Hey, what do you say we forget the books and talk about what fun we can have tomorrow? How about that? I'm not working, and you and I could go shopping.
What for?
Nothing. You don't have to buy anything when you shop. And that's kind of nice, because if you know you're not going to buy anything, then you don't have to wonder whether or not you can afford it.
What can I do for you now, Aunt Mary?
Well, why don't you go get the mail?
Okay. I'll get it. Hi, Aunt Rhoda. I'm going out to get the mail, but if you haven't had breakfast yet, set a place for yourself.
Who is that nice, short little person?
That's my roomie.
I can't believe it, Mary. What happened?
Well, you know something? She's really just a nice little girl.
How?
How what?
Did you do it?
I didn't do anything. Well, all right, maybe I did. Hey, Rhoda, have you ever wondered what kind of mother you'll be?
I don't care, as long as it's not unwed.
I've always wondered, and you know what? I think I'm going to be fantastic. Pearl, don't you think?
I think you threatened her life.
Oh.
Morning, all.
Hi.
Everything is beautiful. Guess what? Lars was in error when he thought he had varicella.
Chicken pox.
All he has is Rusta versiloba.
Translation, please.
Poison oak. Hi, Phyllis. Oh, get your things, dear. Mother's here to take you home.
I don't want to go home.
What?
I don't want to go home.
Oh, Phyllis, she doesn't mean that. As soon as you get her home, she's gonna be...
Oh, no. I wouldn't force her, Mary. We encourage her independence. If this is where she wants to be, this is where you want to be, is it, Bess?
But Phyllis...
No, Mary, you don't understand. If Bess wants this, this is what you want, Bess. Well, it's obviously her wish to stay here, so is it your wish, Bess? Then this is where she'll stay.
Oh, hi, Mary. Come in, love.
Phyllis, listen, I just feel awful about this.
About what?
Well, about what Beth said. I mean, what I think is she meant she just wanted to stay with me for breakfast.
Oh, no. She meant she wanted to stay with you forever.
No, Phyllis, I'm sure she didn't.
Oh, but she did, love. You're gay and young and unencumbered. Not like me, the old drudge who cooks her meals and mends her tattered little clothes. Of course she wants to stay with you.
No, she doesn't.
But she does, dear, for now. Maybe in a week or two she'll become bored. Not with you, of course. Maybe less than a week.
Honestly, Phyllis, I don't know how you can be so calm about this. I mean, if my daughter...
Should you ever be so fortunate as to become a wife, and then mother a child like my Bess, trust me, Mary.
Well, okay, But boy, Phyllis, I really...
Trust me.
Phyllis, I hate to ask this. I mean, I've never had to ask the question.
Ask anything.
Phyllis, I've got a date tonight. Could you babysit?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ted Baxter with the 6 o'clock news.
So far, so good.
It was disclosed today that Deputy Defense Minister Nguyen Van Wat...
Nguyen Van Wat
met last week with Lanol.
Lanol
at a top-secret enclave near Phnom Penh. Whatever happened to good old days when they had wars in England?
You'd find a way to mispronounce London.
Ted, Mr. Grant asked me to remind you it's Richard Milhouse Nixon, not Millhorse. Hi. Yes, hi. What are you doing here?
Well, I thought I'd meet you and go home with you.
Well, okay, darling, but I tell you, it's a very busy time, so you just sit over here and stay put, huh?
Okay.
Ted, this is Bess.
Hi, Bess.
Hi. You're the anchor man, aren't you?
Nice child.
Mary, we got film on the Florida bank robbery. Put another lead on an idiot card for Ted.
They're called cue cards, Lou. I don't know why everyone feels compelled to call cue cards idiot cards.
We just have trouble thinking of you as a cue.
Mary! Have I got an appointment with you? Now, what are you doing there?
I'm waiting.
We're all waiting, kid. Did you forget that lead on the diet pills?
Yeah, I got it.
All right.
I have an idea for you while you're waiting. Why don't you draw a picture?
I can't draw anything but flowers.
Well, then draw flowers.
I'm so tired of drawing flowers. I've been drawing them since I was 4.
Ah, well, then look, a horse is easy.
Say, Mary, that's a nice horsey.
Thank you, Ted.
Mary, where are the idiot cards?
Cue cards, Lou, please. Cue cards.
Excuse me, Ted. Mary, would you please give those cue cards to this idiot? What's that?
A horsey.
Hi.
Hi. I'm waiting for Mary.
Oh, you want something to do?
Uh-huh.
Do you like to recite in school?
Yeah?
Okay, repeat after me. Nguyen Van Wat.
Nguyen Van Wat.
Phnom Penh.
Phnom Penh.
Richard Milhouse Nixon.
Richard Milhouse Nixon.
Good. How'd you like to be the anchor kid? But for now, why don't you make some notes about the newsroom and write a composition for school, okay?
Okay.
Good girl.
Mary, see if you can do this in 5 lines or less.
What's your name, please?
Lou,
What do you do here?
I'm the boss.
Thank you.
Mary!
How's it going?
Fine.
Good. Yes, sir.
Who's the kid?
Oh, well, that's kind of a long story.
Not gonna be a long story. I say, who's the kid? You say Sally Jones. Who's the kid?
Bess.
That wasn't too long.
She's the daughter of my downstairs neighbors, but now she's staying with me, and...
You may not have noticed, but I never cuss when there are kids in the newsroom.
Yes, I did. I noticed that, and I want you to know I appreciate your watching your language.
I don't like to watch my language. I don't like having kids in the newsroom. I mean, I'd like to cuss right now because that kid's out there. But I can't cuss because that kid's out there. Do I make myself clear?
I think so. You'd like to cuss, is that it?
Yes.
Well, then, I'll get her out of there.
Good. I feel a cuss coming on. This is too good to waste. Send Ted Baxter in here.
Boy, I really like where you work, Mary. It sure is a lot of fun. What do we do tonight?
Well, we could talk about what we're going to have for dinner.
Well, what about TV dinners?
We don't have any.
But I could go out and get some, and that'll give you some time to figure out whatever's got you so uptight.
That's a good idea.
Okay. I'll walk slow. Bye.
Okay, and charge it to my account.
Okay. Hi, Aunt Rhoda.
Hi, kid. Hey, Mary, I know you still have this thing to straighten out with Phyllis, but I've got a problem that's sort of pressing. I need $40 to pay a fine, or I'll get arrested.
A traffic fine?
No, I fed a buffalo.
Yeah, sure you did, Rhoda.
Really? It was such a nice day. I went to the zoo on my lunch hour. Anyway, you know I've always been a sucker for buffaloes. You know those signs that say, don't feed the buffalo? Well, I fed the buffalo. And they really fine you for that, if they catch you.
Rhoda, what did you feed him?
Low-fat prune yogurt. Mary, that buffalo's gonna have some nice figure.
Yeah.
Can you spare the 40?
Yeah, I think I can.
What's happening with that dizzy Phyllis?
Nothing.
Oh,
She's still trying to act as though...
We've been all over that. It's just a phase Bess is in.
Phyllis, you know what? I think Bess would want to come home if you'd just show her that you miss her.
Why don't you come right out and say it, Mary? You think I'm a lousy mother.
No, I don't, Phyllis. I'll tell you exactly what I think.
What are you trying to say?
I'm trying to think of a nice way to say that I think you're a lousy mother.
Well, Miss Daughter Snatcher, let me tell you something. I have read all the books, and I feel that what are you doing wearing my love beads?
Oh, Bess made these for me this morning.
Can you beat that? She's made you the same bead she made for me. She loves you. She wants you to be her mother.
Oh, Phyllis. What is it?
Bess. She saw me crying. Oh, she'll hate me for being weak.
Oh, hate you? Oh, Phyllis, listen. Look, you and I have been good friends for a long time, right? Well, not so good as you think. I mean, it's because you come on so darn strong all the time. And, well, I like you so much better when you come on weak. And if I feel this way, well, imagine how Bess felt when she saw you just now. Well, why imagine? I'm gonna go get her.
Mary?
Yeah?
Should I keep crying?
It wouldn't hurt.
Phyllis, do you know where Mary left a check for me? I got fined for feeding a buffalo. There's no need to get that upset. It's all taken care of. pathetic person. Do you know that? My goodness. Hey, I better get out of here. I think I'm depressing you. If the zoo was half as sympathetic as you are, I wouldn't need the $40. Mary, whatever you do, don't mention the buffalo.
Phyllis, Bess went home.
Home?
Home. I just talked to her, and you know what she said? Well, it was just so touching. She looked up at me, and she said, uh-huh.
She said, uh-huh. I don't know what that means, Mary.
Oh, well, you had to be there. She said, uh-huh, after I said, Bess, are you here because you know your mother needs you?
And she said, uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Mary, this isn't much, but thank you. You're gonna make a wonderful mother.
I know. Oh, isn't this silence lovely?
Hey, Mary, I love movies, but not the kiddie show at 10 a.m. on a Saturday.
Yeah, but Bess wanted to treat us, so how could we refuse?
Yeah.
Anyway, it was so nice seeing Phyllis and Bess laughing together.
I see what you're getting at. Phyllis and Bess laughing together. The world has a nice big pink Mary Richards bow around it. Is that it?
Well, yeah, something like that.
Well, let me tell you something. That Phyllis is still a crazy lady. She's wacko. Do you know she's taking that kid to the movies again tonight?
So, that's great.
They're going to see Myra Breckenridge. I'm kidding. Anybody would know I'm kidding, but not you. You believe everything.
I knew you were
Mary, you're the most knowable person I ever knew. I don't know how you live with this. Oh, you wrote up a kidder for nothing. I'm not kidding. You are knowable.
I am not. I was kidding you.
You were not.
Yes, I was. Quiet around here today.
Mary, get a camera crew downtown right away.
Just this minute, Phyllis, I'll call you back. Mr. Grant, we don't have a camera crew available. There's one covering the riot at the prison, and I can't locate the other one.
The biggest story of the week breaks, and we're doing a prison riot?
What's the story?
There's a major traffic jam.
A major traffic Mr. Grant, why is the traffic jam more important than the prison riot?
You are so lucky. I am going to tell you everything I know about news. It's worth taking notes.
Oh.
Don't take notes. Why is a traffic jam more important than a prison riot? How many people would you say are in a prison riot?
Offhand?
How many?
50.
How many in a traffic jam?
Oh, I see.
No, you don't. A lot of those people in that traffic jam are going to go home and watch the news, right?
Right.
Those guys in the prison riot aren't going to be watching the news. They're going to be over the wall or in solitary. Did you learn something?
I'll find that other crew.
Is this Mr. Grant's office?
Yes, it is.
Well, I'm an old friend of Lou Grant's. My name's Frank Corelli.
Well, he'll be with you in just a minute, Mr. Corelli.
Frank.
Frank. Prison? Would you give me the warden's office, please? Okay. Yes, can you tell me where the riot is today? Oh. Well, as you were taking over the office, did you happen to notice a WJM-TV crew, hello? Sorry, a kind of a crisis situation has arisen. I'm sure Mr. Grant won't be too much longer.
I got it solved for you, Lou.
How?
I dug up this film of a 1952 traffic jam. All traffic jams look alike.
That solution could cost us our license, Murray. We can't pull off a 1952 traffic jam as the one we're having today. The FCC takes a very dim view of that.
Read my lead.
Today's traffic tie-up was the worst since 1952. Which, you'll all remember, looked like this. Murray, I love you. Get it to Ted.
Mr. Grant, Mr. Corelli is here to see you.
Frank! How goes it? Long time no see.
Yeah, I didn't know you'd recognize me after all these years.
Are you kidding? Oh, hey, everybody, I want you to come over and say hello to Frank Borelli.
Corelli.
Frank's one of the greatest guards that ever played pro ball.
Thanks, but I was only second string.
Hey, listen, I'd like to stay around and chew the fat with you, but you caught me at a very bad time. Why don't you tell the guys what it felt like to play on a championship team? Go on!
Well, I really don't know. You see, they won the championship the year after I retired. I guess it feels great.
Well, what are you doing now, Frank?
I'm in insurance.
I gotta fill my stapler. It's been great meeting you, Frank.
Guess it's just been one of those days.
Yeah, I guess so. Hey, I don't suppose you'd be interested in buying some insurance?
Well, I don't think so, no. Of course, you know, we could talk about it sometime.
Yeah, when?
When?
How about tomorrow night?
Tomorrow.
What's your address?
119 North...
I don't have a pencil.
Oh, it's 119 North Weatherly.
North Weatherly.
Right.
Great. I shall see you tomorrow at 8.
At 8.
Right.
Come in.
Hi. I'll just be a minute. That's not likely to help, Rhoda.
What?
No, I'm just kidding. Actually, you never looked better.
Very funny, Phyllis.
Mary, I'd like to give you a chance to atone for hanging up on me today and do a service for mankind at the same time.
She already did a service for mankind by hanging up on you.
How would you both like to help abolish capital punishment?
Phyllis, there's no capital punishment in this state.
Well, that was easy.
Well, we can't give up the fight just because we've won.
All right. What is it you want us to do?
Well, we're having our annual dinner dance next month.
You have a dance to abolish capital punishment?
Well, it's not all frivolous. We do have an electric chair on display.
How do you feel if you're dancing and the lights flicker?
That's all right, Rhoda. Forget about it. I understand. It's because the subject makes you nervous.
Miss Rhoda, I'd like you to meet Frank Corelli. He's going to show me some life insurance plans. Well, why don't you sit down, Frank, and I'll get you some coffee.
Oh, could I have some milk instead?
Milk, sure.
Life insurance, huh? Well, that leaves me out. I still haven't met a beneficiary.
My husband and I are into cryonetics, so, of course, we don't need any insurance.
What's that?
Well, when Lars and I go, we will be frozen. Then, of course, when they discover a cure for whatever it is that made us go, we will be defrosted.
Hey, I think we could work out a plan where you wouldn't have to pay the premiums while you're on ice.
Good thinking. Frank, how would you like to serve humanity by stopping capital punishment, and all you have to do is buy a chance?
Yeah, a chance, sure.
You can win a genuine antique guillotine.
Ah, just what you've always wanted, right, Frank?
For that wall, you never know what to do with.
Oh, that'll be $10.
$10? Oh. Well, here you go, 2 5s.
Oh, thank you, Frank. Oh, I must run, Mary. Here, pin this on his snowsuit. It shows he gave.
It looks like a little man with a noose around his neck.
It is. When you move it, his little tongue and eyes pop out.
I gotta go. Don't rise. Let me give you some advice, Frank. Don't wear that if you want to sell much life insurance.
Thanks for the hair set, Mary. You're welcome.
Well, I'd better show you one of our whole life plans, huh?
Oh, is this a picture of you, Frank?
Huh? Oh, gee, I must have grabbed that by mistake. Yeah, you see, that's sort of my scrapbook. You know, one thing's for sure, you're never going to get a hernia lifting my scrapbook. You know, that's one of our old locker room jokes.
Oh.
No offense meant, ma'am. You know, there's nothing quite like an old locker room.
Gee, this is a nice picture of you.
Thanks, that's my bubblegum card.
Hey, I don't think I've ever met anyone who was on a bubblegum card before.
Yeah, there's some information about me on the back.
Look at all the places you played. Los Angeles, Dallas, Minnesota.
You know, if I'd been on the first string of the Vikings, I could have owned a restaurant when I retired.
Is that what you really wanted to do?
Well, it sure beats hustling insurance. Yeah, owning a restaurant's a good career. Or Colts 21, Lions 14, San Francisco 0, Chicago 22. How was I?
I don't know. It depends on what you were doing.
Sportcasting. I'll be honest with you, Mary. That's what I really wanted to talk to Lou Grant about. I heard that there was a job for a sportscaster that was opening.
Yeah, I think there is.
Well, how about it? Do you think you could get me a crack at it?
Well, you don't need me. Mr. Grant's going to have open auditions for the job.
Yeah, well, it never hurts to have contacts these days, Mary.
Yeah, but in this case,
In fact, you gotta have a contact to get anywhere these days.
Yeah, but I don't think...
Hey, will you be my contact?
But
Will you be my contact?
I'll be your contact. Mr. Grant, has the sportscaster's job been filled yet?
No, but it won't be open for long. Everybody in the state wants that job. And why not? All you have to do is stand in front of a camera, read the scores for 2.5 minutes, and collect 20 grand a year. I'm trying to figure out a way I can throw the job to my wife.
Do you think that Frank Corelli might be any good?
No.
But what if he came in and auditioned and, just really knocked you right out? What if he was terrific?
You know, that's not a bad idea.
You mean seeing Frank Corelli?
No, my wife. If I put her in a sports jacket, pull her hair back, tell Frank he can audition.
Yeah?
Hi!
What?
Bet you didn't expect to see me today.
No, I didn't. What are you doing down
Plugging
there?
in my tape recorder.
Oh! Are you all right?
Oh, yeah, it's been hit a lot harder. Hey, you want to hear my book?
Hear your book?
Yeah, it's something I started my last year in training camp. A lot of the fellas are doing it, sort of a diary on tape. And then they get some author to come in and turn it into a book. I never finished mine, though. Well, it shouldn't be a total loss. At least you can get to hear my speaking style.
Oh, by the way, I spoke to Mr. Grant, and he said you can audition.
Oh, that's terrific. Thanks. You see what a contact can do? Okay, now listen to this.
Testing. 1, 2, 3, testing.
It gets better.
My Life on the Gridiron by Frank Corelli. This book is dedicated to my wonderful teammates. The 65 Rams, the 66 Cowboys, and the 67 Vikings.
Very interesting, Frank.
Wait a minute, I'm just rolling now. Listen.
Page 1, July 20th. First day of training today. We did a lot of exercises and ran up and down the field. I must be getting old. We got a saying on the locker room wall. Out of shape, out of breath, out of the championship. July 21st. Head coach Lucas yelled at me today, especially when my man got by me a couple of times. He's a rookie, but pretty quick. The defense keeps blitzing, and I'm really beat. Well, it's lights out.
What does blitzing mean?
I don't know. Sounds terrible, though, doesn't it?
Come on, you must know, Mary. Look, I like you anyway, but you're definitely the type that was a cheerleader in high school.
I was not a cheerleader.
No kidding.
I was a pom-pom girl.
I was on the drum and bugle corps.
August 6th, 13th day of training. Billy Jackson, our halfback, made $8,000 today for endorsing a hair cream. They could have got me for a couple of $100. I guess nobody cares what hair cream I use. I usually buy the one that's on sale.
Mary, I don't know a thing about sportscasting, but I'm an expert on bad. Accept it. You can't do anything for this guy. Listen, thanks for dinner. I'll see you tomorrow.
September 9th, 37th day of training. Head coach Lucas screamed in my ear today like a maniac. called me a lazy old man. Well, he just does that so I'll play better.
Frank,
Hmm?
Coach wants to see you. You want to bring your playbook?
My playbook?
Mary, I know what you're thinking, but you can't help everybody.
Well, I turned in my playbook. This time they couldn't even trade me. I'm off the team. I got cut. Oh, hey, what am I feeling bad about? This time I got into something else. And there's probably plenty of other things I can do. Plenty of other things. I just don't know what they are yet, that's all.
Mary, why aren't you helping this man? Anything interesting, Mary?
Well, a couple of bills, an ad for a correspondence course.
Oh, yeah, for what?
The famous plumbers school.
The famous plumbers?
I get on some weird mailing list every once in a while.
Make way for the master chef.
Hi, what's the occasion?
Well, you girls have been so nice to me, I thought I'd come over here as a surprise and cook you all dinner.
You cook?
Do I cook? I'm Italian, aren't I?
Hey, that's great. I love Italian food. What are you cooking?
Steaks.
Steaks. What?
A man's got to be pretty serious when he starts cooking dinner.
Oh, well, that's silly.
I'm not kidding, Mary. This isn't just gratitude. He's after one of us.
Rhoda, you're being ridiculous.
Do you think so? You pom-pom girls always wind up with football players.
Hey, Mary, where do you keep your meat pounder?
My meat pounder?
Oh, yeah, I should have known. What would a classy lady like you be doing with a meat pounder?
Where are you going?
Upstairs to get my meat pounder.
Can I help?
Huh? Oh, no, you relax. You work today.
Well, so did you.
No, I didn't. Every time I go out to sell insurance, my stomach gets all upset, and I think that I'm bothering people. You know, that's why a sportscasting career would be a very good thing. Besides, I get to hang around you all day.
Frank?
Uh-huh.
You and I are buddies, right?
Right.
I mean, good friends?
Right.
Well, I just wanted to know.
Oh, I see what you're getting at. The male animal has certain needs, right?
No.
Well, no offense, but you're a little bit too skinny for me.
I...
Yeah, I mean, I like big broads, you know? Zoftig. So, don't sweat it.
Okay, I won't sweat it.
Here's our passport to good eating.
Whoop. This is Frank Corelli with the sports.
Frank, you gotta do it my way. Am I getting through to you, Frank? Frank, I want to help you, so I have to know if I'm getting through to you. Am I getting through to you, Frank?
Only one more to go before your audition.
Mary, I can't do a thing with this man. He won't listen to me.
How can I help but listen to you the way you're screaming?
I'm only screaming at you because I want to help you.
Well, stop screaming if you want to help
All right,
me.
now, both of you, please stop this. What seems to be the problem here?
Well, I wrote that special copy for him like you asked, but he insists on reading his copy. Go ahead, read your copy. Let Mary judge. She'll say it's rotten, then I can help you, because I want to help you, Frank.
Good evening, Frank Corelli here with the world of sports. In the world of baseball today, it was Baltimore 7, New York 6, the White Sox 8, Oakland 0. Cincinnati and Philadelphia rained out. I thought that rained out added a real nice touch of realism.
You see what I mean?
Listen, Frank, maybe if you tried, smiling. On the other hand, maybe serious is better. Well, better get in there. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm just psyching myself up like I used to before every game.
He's gonna bite a cameraman.
Oh, no.
What's the matter?
Well, that's Timmy Brown over there. He was all pro halfback for 3 years. He's good-looking, intelligent, popular.
Hey, Frank, how you been?
Hi, how are you, Timmy? Gee whiz, it's good to see you again. You know, the last time I saw you, you were going right over me for a touchdown.
Listen, I'll be ready for you in a minute, Frank.
I'll be hearing from you, Lou.
All right, nice going, Timmy.
Good to see you, Frank.
Yeah. Listen, I want to warn you about something. It'll be luckier for you if you don't get this job. This is not such a hot place to work, right?
I'll say.
Did I get through to you, Frank?
All right, now, go in and get set up for your audition. And stick around afterwards. We can talk about some insurance.
He doesn't have a chance, does he?
No. Timmy was terrific. And he had to be, because my wife wasn't half bad.
This is Frank Corelli with the sports. Today in the world of baseball, it was... I blew it. Look, you girls have been a big help. Thanks a lot.
Where are you going?
I don't know. I think I'll go take a long walk.
Frank, it's 10 degrees below zero out there.
I think I'll take a short walk.
I think you should just come right back and sit down and we'll just all talk, okay? That's what friends are for.
Well, there goes my sportcasting career, just like my car selling career and my insurance selling career. And
Why don't you just get a job, Frank? What do you need a career for?
Because that's what you're supposed to have. Now look at Frank Gifford. I'll bet he makes close to...
What's the difference what Frank Gifford makes? I mean, there are other jobs you can have besides being a sportscaster. Are all ex-pro ball players sportscasters? What else do they do?
Besides owning restaurants?
Yes.
Because you got to be on the first string to own a restaurant.
I know that.
Even if you were on a championship team, then maybe you could own a bar or something.
But the point is, you don't own a restaurant.
Yeah, because I never made the first string.
All right, what else do they do?
Besides owning restaurants?
Yes!
I don't know, let me think. Yeah, there was Whizzer White. Now, he has a fantastic job. He makes $60,000 a year, and besides, they can't fire him.
What does he do?
He's a Supreme Court judge.
Oh.
Well, talk about contacts.
Isn't there something just a little simpler?
Yeah, Jim Brown's got a real simple job. All he has to do is act with Raquel, what's her name, and I bet he makes $100 grand a picture.
Frank, if you could do anything in the world, what would you do?
Play ball.
Besides that.
I don't know, hang around Mary's.
Oh, come on.
Well, I haven't thought about it. Yeah, one thing I know I do for sure.
What?
Go back to Florida. Oh, the people here are terrific, but that weather out there, that's for polar bears.
Well, then why are you living here?
Well, I mean, Oh, thanks. Gee, I should leave more often.
Oh, you let us hear from you.
Sure. Here I come. Hey, if things go wrong, can I come back here and hang around?
No, you cannot.
Anything interesting? Hey, what's that?
I don't know. It doesn't have a return address on it.
Maybe it's obscene.
Oh. Hey, wait a minute. They do send things in plain, unmarked brown wrappers, don't they?
Right.
Better open it. Never heard of an obscene tape.
They're constantly innovating.
Okay, let's play it and see what we got here.
Mary, maybe it's a collection of the all-time great obscene phone calls.
I'll give you one guess.
Hi, Mary. And you too, Rhoda. This is Frank Corelli with the sports. I'm just kidding. Look, I'm sorry I took so long to write, but you know how it is. I'm talking to you from sunny Florida. For a while, I looked like nobody wanted an ex-guard down here.
Frank, can you fix this?
Oh, sure, kid. You just gotta bend it. There you go.
Thanks.
I even thought about coming back to Minneapolis, but I didn't even have the fare.
Frank, come on, the game's starting.
Okay, throw the ball around, warm up. So I saw this job advertised for a playground director. And I work in a real pretty park all day, and the kids around here think I'm some kind of a hero because I played pro ball. So I try and teach them how to play, but not guard, quarterback, or running back, or... Okay, be right there. I'm sorry, ladies, I gotta go now. I promise to write real soon. Sincerely yours, Frank Corelli.
Did you hear that? He's teaching all those little kids to be quarterbacks.
Isn't that beautiful? He wants them all to own restaurants someday.